all things Crusader sports by liking the North Greenville University Athletics official Facebook.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Yount Stadium here on this November the 4th Saturday afternoon as we get ready for homecoming 2017. And the North Greenville football team will have their last home game of the season, taking on the Delta State Statesmen all the way from Cleveland, Mississippi. I am Gray Sutherland today with Dale Wilkerson, set to bring you today's action on this largely overcast Saturday. Dale, we had some showers move through the Tigerville area here in the upstate of South Carolina last night. Might expect some rain later on today, but right now it's staying away.
Yeah, the way the front's moving in from North Carolina, they said we may just get a quick little hit, maybe a 15-20 minute shower. Hopefully it'll stay away from us because a lot of folks turn out for this homecoming game and don't want to see any of them have to run to the car early.
No, sir, and especially they got all the homecoming festivities and the parade got a bit of an expansion. They started down at the Billingsley Theater just past the intersection of North Tigerville Road and Highway 414. They started down there, marched down the highway to the stadium, turned in at the far entrance down toward Crusader Court here on campus, turned in and did a full parade lap in front of the stadium. So that was really neat to see all that.
It was fun, you know, seeing people out there lined up ready to go to watch that parade as I made my way in today. And you can feel the electricity out there in the parking area and over on the campus as well as folks are ready for his homecoming game.
So seniors being honored today as well, of course, for North Greenville. Heard yesterday that upwards of 30 seniors were going to be honored for this North Greenville squad. So a lot of turnover going to happen in the offseason, and a lot of talent for a head coach Jeff Farrington to replace.
That is scary to think of, losing 30 guys off the team, but good to know that these young men are graduating and they're going to be equipped to go out and be leaders in their community as they leave North Greenville in the spring.
I'd also like to welcome all of those that are listening on the North Greenville radio station, 95.5 The Vibe. Thank you for joining us here, as well as on YouTube.com through the North Greenville Sports Network. So now take an in-depth look at today's game. North Greenville 4-4 overall coming into today. Delta State 6-3, but coming off back-to-back losses where they've been bit by the turnover bug a few times against Valdosta State. And we know how good North Alabama is. We got to see them not once but twice last year.
Yes, sir. A very good football team, and that's nothing to hang your head about if you take it on the chin from them. But you look for Delta State to try to protect that football better today. Long trip for those folks coming up here from Mississippi, and they're wanting to take a win back with them, and it would tickle them to take a homecoming victory away from our North Greenville Crusaders. That
would be great to see as well. Delta State 4-3 within the Gulf South. We mentioned the Gulf South because North Greenville will be joining the Gulf South here very shortly next season, in fact. So scheduling some opponents this year and last year, in fact, to try and get a feel for what the competition within the conference is going to be like. So the independent, the IND, which means independent, North Greenville is still officially independent right now within the NCAA Division II. That's what that means, but that's going away next year.
Yes, sir, and be glad to be a part of this region. And, you know, you look at what Delta State's done over the years. 7 conference championships, last one coming in 2014. That's also their last playoff appearance. You know, this team's hungry. They're still kind of a borderline team. They need to win out. They want this win bad today.
Right now, Delta State sitting 7th within the NCAA Division II region. Of course, the D2 split up by regions. They pick the best teams to the top, I think it's like top 6 or 7 right there. So Delta State, that bubble team, trying to fight their way in. And, of course, you mentioned the playoffs. These two teams only have one meeting coming into today prior, and it was in 2011 in the NCAA D2 quarterfinals when Willie Corn was the quarterback for North Greenville.
That was a great contest. I believe a 4-point separation. I remember 27-23, I believe. Well-fought football game. We can only hope for a game that competitive today, just with North Greenville on the better end of that score.
That is also true. Hoping for a good result for North Greenville. Head coach Todd Cooley for Delta State, graduate of Arkansas Tech, 1999, will be facing off against head coach Joe Farrington for North Greenville out of the Citadel from 1982. A 30-21 overall record in the 5 years that Cooley has been at Delta State. Farrington amassing a 32-23 record, also in his 5th season. So seniors, all seniors lining up, and we're going to let you partake of the senior celebration as all the seniors from band, cheerleaders, and football team are honored here.
Join us in thanking them for their commitment and dedication to North Greenville in recent years. Let's honor from the Crusader Marching Band, Sarah Conrad. A biology major, Sarah has marched with the Crusaders for 4 years. She served as an assistant for 3 years, is accompanied by her parents, Tracy and Phyllis Conrad. Olivia Curry, an intercultural studies major, Olivia has marched with the Crusaders for 4 years. She served as an assistant for 2 years and is accompanied by her parents, JR and Missy Curry. Nathan Lowe, majoring in interdisciplinary studies and contemporary worship arts with leadership concentration, Nathan has marched with the Crusaders for the last 5 years. He has served as an assistant for the last 2 and is accompanied by his parents, Jerry and Donna Lowe. Brandon McCauley, a history major, Brandon has marched with the Crusaders for 5 years. He served as an assistant for 1 year. He is accompanied by his parents, Chris and Faye McCauley. Valentina Ruiz Puyo, a biology major with a minor in Spanish and Business Administration. Valentina has marched with the Crusaders for the last 4 years. She served as an assistant for the last 3. She's accompanied by her parents, Carlos Ruiz and Flor Puyo. Janine Smith, a music education major, Janine has marched with the Crusaders for 2 years. She has served as an assistant for 1. She's accompanied by her parents, Ronnie and Shonda Smith. From cheerleading, Carson Mackenzie Barclow, a marketing major minoring in accounting. Carson has cheered for 4 years. Plans to pursue a career in the marketing, analytics, and research field. Escorted today by Laurie Holt and Greg Barclow. Madeline Ryan King, a business administration major, cheered for 4 years. After graduation, will be working at Rogers Financial Group and is getting married to her fiance, Sean Turner, in March. Escorted by David and Melissa King. Matthew McKay, an exercise science major. Matthew has cheered for 4 years. After graduation, will marry his fiancée Heidi Whittington on June 16, 2018. Escorted today by Tracy and Amy McKay. Jessica Haley Varner, a business administration major. Jessica has cheered for 4 years. After graduation, plans to be a real estate agent in the upstate. Escorted by Jeff and Jennifer Varner. Victoria Morgan Wojak, an interdisciplinary studies, public relations, and theater major. Victoria has cheered for 4 years. After graduation, she plans to get a job in her intended major of study with goals of moving back to California to work in the film industry. Escorted today by Rick and Roxanne Wojak. From the football team, defensive back number 24, Shikey Brooks. Shikey is a criminal justice major looking to pursue graduate school. Escorted today by Irene and Brian Brooks. Outside linebacker number 41, Randy Brown. Randy, an accounting major, is pursuing a career as an accountant after graduation. Escorted today by Nancy and Rob Nell Brown. Wide receiver number 85, Robbie Brown. Robbie is a health sciences major, hoping to pursue a career in exercise physiology. Escorted by Nancy and Rob Nell Brown. Defensive lineman number 95, Johnny Birch. This health sciences major plans to pursue a career in health, fitness, and strength coaching. Escorted by Johnny and Olivia Birch. Wide receiver number 5, Deontay Bryant. Deontay is a business administration major planning to pursue a career in corporate sales. Escorted by Jill Drinda and Bobby Nolan, Samandy and Venetia Bryant. Long snapper number 60, Hunter Haynes. Business administration major, plans to pursue a master's in business. Escorted by Kelly Crawford and Sean Haynes. Running back number 20, Lateef Hughes. Business administration major, planning to pursue a career in financial management and small business advisement. Escorted by Andy and Lateef Hughes Sr. Running back number 35, Tristan Jackson. This biology major plans pursuing a career in the medical field. Escorted by Erica Williams and Allison Hill. Running back number 22, Ashton Hurd. Interdisciplinary studies in early childhood education and communications major, plans to pursue a career in youth education. escorted by Pamela and Clifford Hurd. Student Assistant Jordan Miller. Sports Management majors plans after graduation involve full-time employment with Camp Group and a high school football coaching position, escorted by Coach Joe Novataski. Running back number 42, Lance Moore. A sports management major, plans to pursue a career in the fitness industry and even plans to own and operate his own fitness facility, escorted by Kim and Jeff Moore. Outside linebacker number 43, Dalton Pilgrim. A marketing major with plans after graduation to pursue a career in sales, escorted by Teresa and David Pilgrim. Wide receiver number 13, Mason Sanders. Sport management major with plans to pursue a career in marketing or sales, escorted by Deanna and Daryl Frost. Offensive lineman number 76, Casey Stewart. A criminal justice major hoping to pursue a career in law enforcement, escorted by Pat Stewart. Offensive lineman number 73, Michael Thomas. This health sciences major is pursuing a career in the fitness industry, escorted by Sarah Thomas. Defensive lineman number 61, Rondarius Thompson. A mass communication major planning for a career in public relations and is looking to pursue a master's degree after graduation, escorted by Lisa Green and Ken Whitmire. Student Assistant Andrew Trainum. History major planning to attend graduate school, studying education, escorted by Ava and Andy Trainum. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your seniors.
Quite a line of fine folks down there that have helped support North Greenville athletics over the years. Of course, homecoming, all seniors being honored on the field, and good to see President of North Greenville, Dr. Fant, down there, congratulating everybody on a good, all their hard work.
And seeing all the parents down there and loved ones with these folks, the pride they have and the happiness you can see on their face as these young people are finishing their career here at North Greenville and ready to move on, and all the effort driving them back and forth to practice, whether it's band, cheerleading, coaching, football, whatever. Those long road trips through high school, long road trips here with the Crusaders, all coming to fruition today for these parents, so they're enjoying the moment as well.
I still have right around just over 15 minutes until the opening kickoff. Take a look at how these two teams match up. On paper, it looks pretty evenly, both teams averaging just under 28 points a game. In their offense, Delta State averaging just over 381 yards, North Greenville 364 yards. Where they balance out, North Greenville more of the passing team. Of course, Will Hunter we'll see him in the pistol set, more of the shotgun as well. North Greenville likes to spread it out and throw it down the field. They're not afraid to run it either, because they will have, I'm sure we'll see plenty of a healthy dosage of Tracy Scott and Ashton Hurd today from the backfield. North Greenville with 207 averaging passing yards, rushing about 156. Delta State flipped those. They average about just over 200 rushing yards, 180 through the air. Scoring defense, that's probably the biggest discrepancy on the numbers they have. And we talked about how Delta State has had some trouble in turnovers the past few games. North Greenville scoring just over 28 points with their defense.
It's gonna be tough putting points on the board against Delta State today. You look at their numbers offensively and you wonder, wow, that's a lot of yards on the ground. They've got some offensive linemen that are giants. I'm talking 6'6", 6'10", 6'7", three guys at 6'6", and these guys step up to the table and they 310 and up. There's one of these guys is 370, so they've got some beef up front.
And that's really going to test the 3-4 defense that we'll see from North Greenville today. I'll put a lot of pressure on the linebackers, because Delta State's going to probably try and exploit some of the mismatches they have up front with only 3 down linemen.
try to get some of those guards pulling, maybe get them downfield, and you get 330 pounds with a head of steam going downfield, that can really clear the road for a running back. So we got to be on our A game defensively today.
We talked about Delta State's schedule. They're coming off back-to-back losses, trying to get back on the winning side of things, preserve their playoff hopes. North Greenville had a bye week last week. That is very rare for the Crusaders. Last time they played was October 21st on the road in Jefferson City, Tennessee at Carson Newman. North Greenville came away with the win, 31-21. Of course, always good when you can beat not only a South Atlantic team, but especially Carson Newman, given the history that they've had. And in that game, it was turnovers. A fumble in the end zone North Greenville recovered is what sealed the deal against the Eagles. And, of course, last home game, October 14th, a loss, 42-31 against another Gulf South school, the Florida Institute of Technology. That was a bit of a grudge match, Florida Tech getting revenge against North Greenville for knocking them out of the D2 playoffs last year.
That they did, and for these seniors and this team today, they want their last game this season on this field to be a victory. If it, run the board, who knows what happens if we can win what we got left on the table. But right now, it's just about this game today.
Now, North Greenville 2 games left today against Delta State for homecoming, and then on the road at West Alabama. North Greenville won that one. A missed PAT was the difference last year, so expect that one to be a very good game from Livingston, Alabama. So the band now taking the field, be getting ready for the national anthem. Of course, there's always a prayer before we get things underway. So Delta State will be hitting the field here very shortly. They'll be coming out with green helmets, a road white uniforms. Expect North Greenville to be in home black. We'll confirm that once they take the field. We get ready for North Greenville taking on Delta State. Jeff Farrington has had 2 weeks to get ready for today.
If I'm Delta State, I don't like facing Jeff Farrington when he's had 2 weeks to get ready for me.
He's normally a very good coach when he only has 1 week to get ready.
A few extra days in there, we could see some wrinkles we haven't seen all season.
Now we will throw it to the field for pregame ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for today's invocation prayer, the presentation of colors, and the playing of our national anthem. Presenting the colors from the NGU Army ROTC of the Paladin Battalion, Cadets Alyssa Roberts, Zach Howerton, Tyler McAllister, Devin Trout, and Carrie Kirkland. At this time, North Greenville Senior Women's Athletic Administrator Jane Arledge will now lead us in the invocation prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you that we can join our present students with our past students. Lord, help us to be better people day by day and to glorify you in every way that we think and say and we do. Bless over each and every one of these players, these fans, and the officials that bring this game. Let it be a safe game, and let us truly be the place where Christ makes a difference. In your name we pray. Amen.
Now let's take this moment to honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem, being performed today by the North Greenville Marching Crusaders.
Getting ever closer to kickoff here from Young Stadium on the campus of North Greenville University. Great to see everybody honor our country here as we are also in the month of November, and since we won't be here for Veterans Day, which is actually next week.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to take this opportunity and thank all veterans who have served, and please remember and pray for those that are currently also in the armed services, wherever they might be.
Definitely so. The sacrifice they give to make sure we have the right to come out and watch football games if we choose to. We would not be here without our military. That
is true, and it just seems like a few folks tend to forget that every now and then.
Yep, they do. They were raised better. That's all I can say.
Now let's take a look at your starting lineups for today's game. We'll start with the visiting Statesmen from Delta State. On offense for the Statesmen, we'll expect to see number 17, Mario Lanier at wide receiver. Number 19, John McGinnis, also wide receiver. Rounding out the receiving core, number 1, Cam Mayers. The tight end at number 87, Michael Carr. On the line, offensive line, number 77, George Roberts. The left guard, number 76, Ennis Claude V. The center, number 63, Anthony Ishman. The right guard, number 72, R.J. Hulse. The right tackle, number 79, Derek McClellan. In the backfield, the halfback, number 45, Sean Sanks. The fullback, number 2, Chris Robinson. And quarterbacking for the Statesmen, number 9, Brett Ruddick, the junior, 6'4", junior, so tall quarterback for the Statesmen. On defense, we'll have, looks like they run a 3-4 as well. Defensive end, number 56, Zane Samuel. At nose, we'll have number 54, Brandon Gaddy. Defensive end, number 47, Tremont Lofton. Linebackers, number 15, Vincent Glenn Nord. We'll have to work on that one. Linebacker number 93, Landry Tolo. Linebacker number 10, Chandler Ector. Linebacker number 5, Keith Flanagan. And in the secondary, number 3, Jamoral Graham. Number 13, Devontae Wilson. Strong safety number 4, John Quavius McBride. And free safety number 23, Brandon Tillman. The special teams, this is another toughie. The kicker, number 83, Vince Sirota.
Good job.
And he will be both kickoff and field goals today. The punter for Delta State, number 22, Sam Barge. Long snapper, number 48, Thomas Boone. Expect to see a kick return, number 6, Ladarian Peterson, number 3, Jamal Graham. Graham will be handling the punt return duties, and holding will be number 14, Colin Willis. Dale, let's start with the North Greenville defense up next.
All right, we have number 91 out of Chesney, Seth Lauder. He's a junior. Number 95, defensive tackle, Johnny Birch, redshirt senior. Desmond Williams, also defensive end. He's a sophomore. Eddie Steadyvance, outside linebacker. He's a junior. Alongside will be Matt Thomas, the other outside linebacker. He's a sophomore. Eddie Martin, middle linebacker, along with Brandon Berger. Eddie is a redshirt junior. Brandon is a straight-up junior. Free safety, Travis Beatty is a junior. Wearing number 4, Rodney Landry. Redshirt freshman, number 18 at strong safety. Cornerbacks, Cam Rice, a freshman, and Johnny Worthy, also a sophomore, playing cornerback. Quarterback, field general, number 10, a junior. Our quarterback is Will Hunter, wearing number 10. Running back, number 2, Tracy Scott, a sophomore. Tight end, a junior out of Chesney, number 15, Bobby Foose. Mason Sanders, he's a junior, but he's already ready to graduate. He's been quite a student here at North Greenville. 6'6", Mason Sanders, number 13. Christian Bruce, wearing number 9. He's a sophomore. He's another one of the wideouts. Robbie Brown, he's redshirt senior. Just met him and his parents on the field today. Robbie Brown at wide receiver. Offensive line, the tackles, Caleb Harris, number 64. Cameron Stepp, number 56. At guard, Casey Stewart on the right side. Gage Smith on the left side. Michael Thomas is our center. Then our special long snapper, Hunter Haynes. Bobby Foose will be handling the punts. Matt Gravely from Pickens, our place kicker. Dalton Pilgrim, the holder. And that's our specialties. Don't have the return men listed, but I know it'll be some of the speed from those wide receiver posts.
Now trying to fill the gap left by Nigel Gay, graduating last year. And North Greenville getting ready to take to the field. and adding a little bit of special flair as well.
If guys knowing we wouldn't be here for Veterans Day, they're honoring the country right now.
Now, Crusaders electing to add some red smoke as here they come, bursting through the tunnel with flags a-flying and the smoke trailing behind them. North Greenville is on the field.
You know, we may not have the biggest stadium in NCAA, but our home crowd is a definite home field advantage. You can hear that when the crowd blow us right now. Makes me want to suit up.
I think there's somebody out there that won't let you.
Yeah, Miss Kathy. No football, no more racing, no roller skates. She said I could do that. She know I can't, so I have that.
No roller skating. Captain's now ready to meet at midfield for North Greenville. Ashton Hurd and number 8 also out there. That is Desmond Williams, number 73, Michael Thomas, and number 76, the senior Casey Stewart.
For Delta State, we have number 6, Ladarian Peterson, number 10, Chandler Hector, number 73, one lineman, DeQuinn Anders, and I believe it's 87, Michael Carr.
We'll get things sorted out here. Referee introducing everybody as well as pointing out his crew members that will take up their stations here momentarily.
A little bit of breeze picking up.
Yeah, a little bit of breeze out of the southwest towards Travelers Rest.
That'll blow all the dust over to the Speedway maybe. They do have a big event going on over Travelers Rest Speedway, folks. So when you leave this afternoon, just be aware of that, folks, here at the stadium.
It has been decided who will start off this ball game. Will Hunter taking his warm-ups on the sideline. Hunter's had a bit of an up and down year for North Greenville. Can't wait to see what he brings to the field here today.
If we question how the team would be after a bye week, well, they are rested and raring to go from the looks of them as they came on the field today. This ought to be a good one.
Mentioned North Greenville averaging just under 28 points a game, scoring 43 points off a turnover, so it is imperative that Delta State has worked on and fixed their turnover bug.
Delta State almost a Michigan State look to their uniforms, or Philadelphia Eagles even.
And it looks like the Statesmen will kick off to start the ball game, so North Greenville with a chance to get the ball first and start things off on offense.
Hopefully we can set the tone for the game right here.
Going back deep for North Greenville, number 5, one of the return men. That is Deontay Bryant, called that one down, wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
And I believe the other one is number 17, Harold Hilton, also wide receiver.
And Hilton has some jets. I'd love to see him get a hold of this thing and get a seam.
Clock's hit 0. We'll put 15 back up on the board. We're ready for some football from Tigerville. Sayarada kicking off from his own 35.
Gorgeous fall day, colors on the trees all around this campus. Beautiful place to come to school.
Sayarada marking off his yardage. Crowd getting hyped up. You're getting hyped up too. As Sayarada to the football, and it's football time for NGU. Kick over to the left side. That's Hilton picking it up. Hilton now across the 20, finding a hole over to the far side. Hilton to the 30, 40, 2 men to beat, cross midfield to the 40. The kicker, only man to beat, and he got him at the 17.
Kicker saved a touchdown there with a shoestring tackle. Hilton saw something opening up toward that Delta State sideline. He hit the afterburners and took off just one step away from taking it to the house, but oh no.
Can't arm tackle Hilton as there is a penalty flag down.
That block must have been too good. It opened up that side. No, it's a hole.
Return team number 38. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First
So
down.
sticking it on number 38, saying he grabbed a hold of the jersey. Adrian McGee called for that one. I'm sure he's pleading his case to the coach right now, saying, no, sir, I didn't do it.
That one thrown in the vicinity of the North Greenville 30-yard line, so that wipes out almost a 60-yard return by Hilton, and now North Greenville, instead of starting in the red zone for their first possession, they'll start deep in their own territory. Ball spotted right at the 20-yard line.
Curious to see if we go to the ground game or we try to air it out first off.
Tracy Scott will get the start at tailback. He lines up behind Hunter in the pistol set, bringing a far side receiver in motion. They'll hand off Scott, run him up the middle, and he is met by a big boy, big number 54, right in the middle of that line.
And he was bringing the heat as he got there to him.
Brandon Gaddy on the tackle for Delta State. A Lulsa 1 for North Greenville, bring up 2nd down and 11.
They are kind of laying off our receivers a little bit, trying to give some cushion there. We maybe I'll burn them on a little bubble screen.
Yeah, cornerback playing about 7 yards off of Mason Sanders over here on the near side. Bring another receiver in motion. Hunter in the gun now, calls for a snap, rolls to his left, looking, throws at the last minute, and it is batted up in the air and incomplete. Intended for Bobby Foose, the tight end, double covered. Bring up 3rd down.
Brandon Tillman, junior defensive back for Delta State, almost had his hands on that thing, and he may have taken it to the house.
And they almost had a rebound there between number 23, that was Tillman, and number 3, Graham. They almost pulled the Oklahoma State interception, flip back in bounds.
Yeah, that play was kind of slow developing, and it gave Delta State time to get over there to it. Mason could not get his mitts on it.
3 receivers now to the left, 1 to the right for Hunter, still in the gun. 3rd down back, Tristan Jackson now in the formation. Delta State looking to drop back. They'll rush 4 as Hunter steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle. That pass tipped twice, and it's picked off at the 40. Over to the far side, down the 25. That is Tillman. Tillman staying on his feet, and he's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Tillman showing a lot of power over there, trying to bust that thing on downfield. But pass tipped at the line, and one of the linebackers got a hand on it. Then Tillman right there, Johnny, on the spot to get it. Decent return. It's setting his team up in the, or just outside the red zone.
I didn't see who that was intended for, but if that linebacker hadn't have tipped it for Delta State, the receiver might have had a chance for it, but that second tip is what sealed the deal. Now Delta State starting off there on the edge of the red zone for North Greenville. Quarterback lining up in the gun. He'll take the snap. They'll run a sweep play over to the right side. Hit from behind, number 2 on the carry for Delta State. That is Chris Robinson.
Eddie Martin there to make the stop. He wasn't fooled with that jet sweep, stayed with it.
Number 14 in there at quarterback. That's the backup, Colin Willis. He'll hand it off to Robinson again. Left side run. He picks up a few more. Tackled short by 1 yard the first down.
Got a big ND Pierce said we can hold him to a field goal. Backup quarterback must have an injury issue.
And now he's going to split out at receiver, so they're going to go Wildcat here with Robinson. And they'll run him to the right, trying to get the first down. He falls forward, and he gets it by 2 yards down inside to the 8.
Had a big hole open up at the right side, right? No, it was left side. Claude Ennis. He is the smallest of their offensive linemen at 196 foot.
Now Willis comes back over to line up in the pistol. Robinson behind him, a bad snap, and it's still, he keeps it. Willis keeps it. Running to the left side, breaks a tackle, and he beats the defender to the end zone. Touchdown, Delta State.
Great blocking up front, and quarterback using his field vision to find the corner over there. Not what we wanted to see, a turnover and points off of that for Delta State.
That drive only taking
about 2 minutes maybe.
Yeah. Now only about a minute because North Greenville's drive took a minute 4. So only right at 60 seconds there. His snap is down for Sayarada, knuckleballer. Makes it through the upright, so Delta State will put up the first points here in the ball game. They lead North Greenville 7-0.
Had penalty on that kick return that messed us up, and then the turnover. You can't help that turnover when a pass is deflected twice. Just sometimes things are meant to be, and for Delta State it was meant to have an interception. We just got to put that behind us, come out, everybody make good blocks, keep those hands, those fists closed so you're not called for holding, don't hook anybody's arm, and be ready to go.
And could it be that Delta State has caught North Greenville unawares with what appears to be a sudden quarterback change, because number 9, Breck Ruddick, is the listed starter, but we saw a lot of Colin Willis, the listed backup, and number 2, the fullback, Chris Robinson. So an interesting setup there for Delta State, maybe trying to do exactly what they just did and throw North Greenville off.
Yeah, let's kind of get them off kilter a little bit, give them a different look, and they may go with platoon quarterbacks today. They're trying to make sure they do what they need to do to get to the playoffs. We expect anything here.
Well, now North Greenville's going to have to play from behind Hilton. And number 5, Bryant, back deep again. Sayarada right back where he started at his own 35 to kick off. Hilton puts a foot into it. Short kick over to the near side, right to Hilton again from the 5-yard line. Hilton this time to the near side. That hole closes up quickly, and he falls forward for another couple of yards, tackled just shy of the 30. Or no, excuse me, that's the 25, down to the 24.
A couple of big boys there to meet him. One of them was Jared Hunt, 225 linebacker, another guy about the same size. And Hilton laid wood to him, put those boys on the ground. A third one had to come in and finish him off.
Yeah, dragged them for a couple of more yards. So North Greenville's drive set up here from their own 25 after the initial return called back on a hold. North Greenville's last drive ended up with a interception by Tillman. So here we go, first down and 10 for North Greenville. Receiver goes in motion from left to right. Hunter in the pistol, handoff to the tailback up the middle and thrown back. Not much there for Ashton Hurd.
A lot big number 54 in there in the middle of that defensive line. On the stop, Brandon Gaddy.
No gain on the play, bring up second down and 10. That last drive for Delta State taking a minute 3. And 7 points is the result. Willis on the quarterback keeper. Second down here for Hunter, still in the pistol. 4 wide set, they bring Sanders in motion. Hunter fakes the handoff, now forced to step up in the pocket, gets hit from the side, right at the line, and for no gain.
I saw number 23, Brandon Tillman's trying to be defensive player of the game for Delta State, as he was there to put our quarterback down.
Well,
that young man is hustling.
I give Hunter a yard on that play, so third down and 9.
For the Crusaders.
A lot of personnel changes here for North Greenville. Number 85, Robbie Brown checking back in. Christian Bruce heading over to the far side. Bryant will join him. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Hunter in the pistol here on third down. Delta State looking to bring pressure. Those linebackers creeping up. Hunter runs a hard count, checks the line again. 5 on the play clock. Hunter now shifts to the gun. Clock down to 3, 2. He gets the snap off. Delta State brings pressure. Here they come after Hunter. Hunter goes down and is sacked back at the 7-yard line.
And that was Gaddy shooting a gap there from nose guard, putting a sack on us. Stopping this North Greenville possession back at the 13-yard line.
And so that drive will come to a screeching halt for North Greenville as well. A 3 and out this time. And now Bobby Foose will have to kick from the shadow of his own goalpost about a yard deep in his own end zone.
Just need a good snap here so Bobby can get that kickoff.
Delta State not expecting this one to go far. That might come back to bite him as Foose wobbly kick. It will take a North Greenville hop over across midfield. And a lot of pushing and shoving there. No flags on the field as a couple of players getting a little chippy during the play, but the referees let it go, and Delta State will take over from their own 47.
And number 31 extended one of his blocks. That's Deion Watkins on one of our guys, and then one of our guys took it upon himself to kind of push him toward the football. And if he had touched the football, it would have been ours, but getting knocked into it, I believe they would give it back to Delta State.
Now number 3, Jamoral Graham, letting the ball go over his head. So Delta State put points on the board the last time. Let's see what they got here from their own 47. It's still Willis in there. He'll run an option. Toss play the right side. Across midfield, it's Robinson again. Down to the North Greenville 49.
Just lowered his head, got downfield, picked up more yardage.
Give him 4 on the play. Bring up second down and 6. 2 receivers left. Willis in the gun, and everybody moves up front, and we'll have flags fly.
Yeah, it looked like the far side of their line was the first to go. That's the only bad thing about having those guys 6'10", 6'8". They start leaning forward, they're going to fall. It's kind of like cutting a wedge in a tree. you start that momentum, you can't stop 6'10" and 350 pounds.
It's a little difficult to try and do that. So false start will cost Delta State about cost them 5 yards and make it 2nd down and 11. 3 receivers to the left side for Willis in the gun. Now the motion out the tailback to the left, so all 4 to the left. Pass out into the flat, complete to Robinson. Good blocking up front by Delta State. Robinson breaking everybody's tackles and picks up about 10 yards on the play.
Cam Myers with a great block over there to open the corner to get his running back downfield, and looks like it will be 1st down yardage.
Definitely, he got a good spot there.
They haven't motioned yet, but it's close.
Yards short, bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 1 here for Delta State. They'll go Wildcat again. Robinson, he'll take it himself over left side. Big hole for Robinson across the 35, and no doubt about that, 1st down for Delta State to the North Greenville 34.
You need a yard, and you pick up several on this one. That left side of the line behind that big number 77, just clearing the road over there. 77 is George Roberts.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same play. Robinson over the left side, breaks through the line and picks up 6.
They found something over there. We're going to have to do something, maybe some stunts on that defensive line.
2nd down and 5. So give them 5 on the play, not 6. Split out 2 receivers to the right here. Now Willis will be taking the snap. Handoff to number 6. That's Peterson up the middle. Peterson bowling his way right down to the 25 and right at the sticks too.
About 5 of our Crusaders over there. Number 91 was on the bottom of that pile. Seth Lauder. Glad Seth's only a junior.
So 3rd down again. 3rd down and 1 for Delta State. They just converted 1 here. Willis in the pistol set, takes a snap, hand off to his tailback Peterson up the middle. Squeezes through again, still going, and will fall forward down to the 21. That'll be another Delta State 1st down.
Kind of turned into the old rugby scrum there, and their guys was able to push ours a little bit farther. Knocking on the red zone once again.
Delta State sending out 2 receivers to the right side. Willis takes a snap, handoff Peterson up the middle. He's stacked up at the 20 and thrown back, and best defensive play of the game so far there for North Greenville, finally able to bring Delta State down for a minimal gain.
Our big man, Johnny Birch, 6'5", 273 pounds. I heard what he ate for breakfast this morning. He picked up 7 pounds this morning by himself.
I'd believe it too. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now he comes in motion. Sweet play to the right, and brought down is Peterson back at the 20-yard line.
Nothing going there is number 40, Eddie Martin. But it's Eddie's 2nd solo tackle already today.
Able to read that play nicely, break off his block, and bring Peterson down. 3rd down again for Delta State here from the North Greenville 20 as the Statesmen move left to right across the field here at Young Stadium. Willis in the gun. Robinson to his right. Willis pump fakes once. Now sets up the screen to the right side. Pass complete Robinson. Robinson down to the 10-5 and will waltz into the end zone untouched. Touchdown Delta State.
The pump fake, we bid on them going to the left corner. They did a great job setting that screen up. And the quarterback, number 14, just a tremendous job of him, Colin Willis, to sell that as good as he did.
Delta State scores again. They lead by trying to go up by 2 touchdowns. Sayarada back on to kick this PAT. Kicking out of the hold of the backup quarterback, Willis. Up and good on the kick. Almost blocked there for the right side. North Greenville, number 14, Johnny Worthy, flying in about a second too late, though.
Johnny's got a lot of speed. He's been flying around on defense. Know he's getting frustrated with Delta State making some moves downfield here. They've had short field. Defense isn't playing that bad, just we've given Delta State great field position twice. Once on that punt where they filled it right near midfield, and then, of course, with the turnover.
Delta State already 78 yards of total offense just past halfway here in the 1st quarter. North Greenville, -13.
Just got to get some offensive consistency going. We need to get a couple of 1st downs. So the offense kind of catch your breath and give our defense time to catch your breath on the sideline. They've been out there most of this first quarter already.
And this next drive for North Greenville is very important here. 7:20 to play in the first quarter. If North Greenville cannot get some type of points here on this drive, Delta State is on the verge of blowing this one wide open.
Yep, need points or at least a long drive. If we turn it over on downs, don't let them score after this one.
Yeah, something to force Delta State start deep within their own territory. Their two drives, one started at the North Greenville 25, the other started at their own 47. Sayarada on to kick it away. Already the third time. As he puts a boot into it, over to the far side, and once again it goes to Hilton. Hilton picks it up at his own 10, cuts to the middle. Hilton the hole to the right side again. There he goes across the 35, 40, 45, midfield for Hilton. He's got blockers up front. Puts a hand to Tristan Jackson, and Hilton is escorted out of bounds at the Delta State 25. And I see no flags.
I saw one block from up here. Looked like it might have been questionable. But, you know, if the referee down there didn't see what I saw good, of course, the angle from up here changes things. So I was kind of holding my breath hoping, but great field position to get this third possession underway for the Crusaders.
And Hilton's got to be breathing a sigh of relief. Coach already ran one almost all the way back. So North Greenville setting up shop at the Statesmen 31-yard line. Big confidence booster right here with three receivers out to the left, one to the right. Got Sanders over there one-on-one, Hunter in the pistol, with Scott in the backfield as well. Handoff Scott left side, and Delta State just busting up through the line and brings Scott down behind the line for a loss of one.
Josh Bradford, number 97, among the Delta State guys out there, the Statesmen. That defense is playing tough right now.
Josh Bradford, 320 pounds.
Yes, sir.
North Greenville trying to go hurry up here on second down and 11. Hunter runs a hard count. Robbie Brown lined up to the left, Mason Sanders to the right, accompanied by DeMaje Rooks in the slot. Hunter now drops back in the gun. Scott moves up to his right. Hunter now will get the snap. They'll roll to his right. Here comes Delta State again. Pass complete to Rooks across the 25 and leans forward trying to get that first down line. He's going to be about 2, maybe 1 yard short.
Very manageable third down. Doing a good job getting all the yards he could over there. I like the effort.
So third down, and North Greenville needs a long 2.
My man Jackson's in there. Wouldn't mind seeing him go with him on that right side on a wheel route.
Dropping a tight end behind the line. Number 16, Jordan Helms, as Hunter in the pistol brings a receiver in motion. They'll run Jackson to the right, and Jackson falls forward, but about a yard short. Fourth down.
Yeah, I believe his knees did drag before he stretched out. I think I'm going for this one.
Down 14. This I would like to call.
If not, Jackson bring another one of the horses in there, run bootleg. But coach is going for 3. Important to get points on the board here. And when you got a Gravelly back there kicking, that's almost automatic.
That is also true. That is also true. So Gravelly set to kick a. So this is a 39-yarder.
Yes, sir.
Snap is down from the right hash. Gravelly, plenty of distance. Can he get it curled enough? No, he can't.
That crosswind got him because the wind is coming right across the stadium right now, and that moved that football. Normally sure-footed Gravelly, but Mother Nature not helping him right now.
So Delta State able to hold North Greenville off the scoreboard once again. But this will be the one positive thing to take away from that. This will be the worst starting field position for Delta State today from their own 22.
If they really haven't taken a shot downfield, they may try to do that here on first down. It'd be a good time to bring some pressure. Just remember that screen, though. Haven't
really seen the arm strength from Willis, so have yet to see what he has as they empty out the backfield, and they will set a wide receiver screen to the far side. Pass is complete out to the 29-yard line where receiver is brought down. Number 17, that is Lanier.
Eddie Studevance over here along with number 4, Travis Beatty on the stop.
Pick up of around 7, bring up second down and 3. One receiver to the right, 2 to the left here for Willis. They bring receiver in motion again. They fake the sweep and go middle with Peterson. Peterson bouncing off a couple of linebackers, and it takes half the Crusader defense to bring him down after a pickup of 4 and the first down.
Yeah, he did get across the line there. Was able to push him back. Their line right now is just doing a great job getting off the snap. They're beating us on their first step.
And defensively, their defensive line is setting up residents in the North Greenville backfield. Big fullback there behind the line. Handoff Peterson will try and follow his blocker. Breaking 2, 3 tackles, and finally stood up at the 36. And again, positive yardage for Delta State, B2.
I believe it was Eddie Martin that jumped in there and kind of did a little linebacker blitz, put more or less a 4th lineman down, kind of confused them a little bit.
2nd down and 8 here for Delta State. Willis now in the gun, 2 receivers to the right. He'll take the snap, set his feet, throws, and it is complete, but brought down immediately. Willis Chambers.
Cam Rice on the stop. When he sees the film, he's going to wish he'd played the ball. I do believe, because I believe he could have broke on it, but he did the safe thing, made sure he made the tackle, not give up a big run there.
Oh, yes, sir. He had daylight in front of him, too.
Set up a 3rd and long here for Delta State.
Bring receiver in motion over to the left, so stack up 2 to the left. Peterson in the backfield as well. No, that is the fullback Robinson. They'll use him to block. A pass is batted up in the air and incomplete. Willis threw it high, intended for Chambers. They'll bring up 4th down.
Matthew Thomas, number 3, was there to get the ricochet, but it just wasn't quite high enough for him to get a hold of it. But first time we've seen Delta State's punter come out.
And it will be so, as we have Sam Barge, number 22, on to kick it away. And Hilton will be handling the punt return duties tonight.
Hilton's got some jets. We've seen him twice already. He's going to take one house, I believe.
Good snap to Barge. He'll get a very nice punt off. Hilton calls for the fair catch, waves that hand as he's backing up to the 16. So we're inside the 15 to the 14, so don't even give him a chance.
That punter did a great job flipping field position, Sam Barge.
So North Greenville once again will have to start deep in their own territory. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line.
And the wind died down during that kick. There was hardly any wind blowing. Starting to pick up just a little bit now. Need another big play to get our fans standing. The student section's up on their feet. Need to get everybody else standing.
So Will Hunter leads this unit back out onto the field. Still negative yardage for total offense as Hunter takes a snap. They'll hand off up the middle. There goes Hurd. And Hurd trying to bounce off some tacklers, keep those legs going, but he's thrown back after he picks up right around 2 yards.
Just couldn't get any momentum going over there. He had 3 guys harassing him, trying to keep him in that backfield. Tremont Lofton, one of those.
They give Hurd 3, so bring up 2nd down and 7. Sanders and Rooks over to the left side. 2 receivers to the right side here for Hunter. Still in the pistol. We'll run the hard count. Ashton Hurd remains in at tailback. Delta State has adjusted their coverage. Those cornerbacks now playing right up to the receivers as Hunter gets a snap, looks to pass, throws, pass complete to Rooks at the 23-yard line and bumped out of bounds. And depending on where the spot is, looks like it's just across the 21, so 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, I believe he stepped out with his left foot.
3rd and 3 for the Crusaders.
But very manageable.
It's just a matter of getting past that initial surge at the line by Delta State. They have dominated the line of scrimmage so far today. Statesmen just shy of 100 yards of total offense, and we're not even done with the first quarter yet here. 2:10 to play. Delta State leads by 14. Man comes in motion again across the formation for Hunter. Hunter takes a snap. Bit of a busted play there as he throws, and pass incomplete, and flags will fly. Hunter there looked like he wanted to turn and hand it to his tailback, but they got tangled up, and it didn't help that the snap was to his right.
Yeah, got a man down yet. Not sure if it is Hunter or not.
It is, and his helmet came off too.
So he took a shot as he threw that pass.
So expect the flag is for pass interference. The pass was intended for number 17, Harold Hilton, as Hunter is up on his feet and walking off the field.
Yeah, Terrell Brown trying to make a play there, made the tackle, just got there a step too early.
So an automatic first down for North Greenville there on the penalty, and that will bring in the backup, number 19, Donnie Baker, who has seen action this season, but not in quite some time. Last time he saw the field was against Lenore Ryan on September the 9th.
You know, second string quarterback, he's the most popular man on campus until he's put in the game sometimes.
Well, that can be true as well.
I hope he's a hero right here.
Redshirt freshman Donnie Baker now quarterbacking, as his first play will be a pass complete to DeMaje Rooks, trying to stretch out that arm. And he gets it to the 33-yard line, so positive yardage, make it second down. Well, they gave Rooks a lot. They gave him 5.
Nice. And a good first pass there. You know, let him throw something sure, something you know he's going to complete. Just get some confidence going.
Second down and 5 for Baker here. Brings a tight end in motion, bobbles the snap, still hands it off to Hurd. Hurd trying to break through the line, brought down as he crosses the 35 to the 36. Third down.
Earlier in the year, we ran some sets where you had the tight end lining up as fullback. We may need to go to that, just get an extra blocker right down the heart of that defensive front. They are bringing the heat.
And North Greenville might want to consider not some personnel changes, but just some formational changes. Delta State has brought out a whole bunch of different looks with some players that we didn't expect to see today. 3 receivers to the right here on third down, 1 to the left. Jackson in here on this third down. Baker from the gun takes the snap. He'll drop back to pass. Has time to throw, looking down the sideline. It is complete, but the receiver stepped out of bounds. Referee threw his hat.
Yep. Great effort there, number 5, Bryant, but as he planted that foot to take off, to stretch out to make the catch, he did step out of bounds. I was looking right at that when the referee threw his hat.
Great job by Baker, though. Throws right on the money.
Good pass by the young freshman quarterback.
Now that will bring up fourth down, and the special teams units back out onto the field. Bobby Foose on the kick from about his own 20-yard line. Number 3, Jamal Graham, back to return, and for this play, I'd like to thank those of you here listening on WNGR LP 95.5 FM Tigerville. Low snap to Foose, gets a good kick away, backing up inside his own 20. Graham on the return to the 25, and a host of Crusaders there to meet him.
Adrian McGee was the first one there to say hello to him.
Adrian McGee on the tackle.
41, Randy Brown also had a hand in on that stop. Now, we did what we needed to do a while ago. We didn't get points, but we kept them from scoring. Got to do it again. We need a 3 and out.
So Delta State from their own 25 here. Willis. Continuing at quarterback for Delta State. Robinson looks like he listed fullback will be running tailback duties. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wide receiver screen pass complete to number 11 out across the 30. And there goes Willis Chambers. Boy, Delta State throwing in all the listed backups.
They are keeping some fresh legs out there for sure. Brandon Berger on the stop. 6 foot, 220-pound linebacker.
Give him 6 yards, bring up second down and 4. Balanced formation, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Willis takes a snap, quick throw, pass complete again to Chambers. Brought down right at the 35, and Delta State did what they needed to do, pick up the first down.
Got the first down, but Johnny Worthy kept it from being anything more, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. A lot of offense from Delta State, Greg.
Yes, sir. They have hit right at 100 yards of total offense for that first quarter. North Greenville only 11 yards to show for that first quarter. Delta State leading here 14-0. We'll take a short break, bring you back to Yount Stadium here for the second quarter of action here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
With a 4-0 win over 6th-ranked Viper. By winning won the conference and earned a trip to the NCAA Division II softball tournament for the first time in school history. And while there, upset the third-ranked North Georgia in that debut. The Crusaders finished off the historic season with a school best 36-19 record. Joining us today, please welcome the players: Shayna Finley, Christy Riley, Amanda Coughlin, Grace DeBoer, Chelsea Rivers, Haley Gray, Brooke Wade, Morgan Herlong, Greer Kilman, Brooklyn Fort, Morgan Roach, Kate Lee, Samantha Anthony, Kayla McCarson, Anna Rogers, Megan Johnson, and the coaches Tori Friedman, Shelly Robinson, and your head coach of the Lady Crusaders, Sarah Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 Conference Carolina Softball Champions, your Lady Crusaders.
Welcome back to Yount Stadium here on the campus of North Greenville University. North Greenville softball being honored for winning the Conference Carolinas Championship last season. As here at the start of the second quarter, Delta State leads 14-0 over North Greenville, and the Statesmen have the football. The handoff to Chris Robinson goes up the middle for a gain of around 3 yards. Bring up second down.
Robinson just keeps twisting and turning as he comes in there. Again, it's taking 2 and 3 of us to pull him down.
And it is shocking. He's almost 200 pounds for a running back. Yeah, he has so much speed.
Mm-hmm.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 to the right here, as well as throws in and out of the hands of the intended target, number 80, Leon Green.
Johnny Worthy over there laid a wood to him as he reached out for that football. They seem to have a fleet of running backs over there, great. It's thick and fast.
Yes, they do. Here on third down, 4 receivers set for Delta State. Willis in the gun, tailback to his left. North Greenville dropping back in coverage as Willis sets his feet to throw. Now forced to scramble, steps up, pocket collapsing, and he is drilled at the 42-yard line. Will not get it, 4th down.
We just kind of swarmed him right there. Randy Brown leading the charge, along with 4 or 5 of his teammates. Eddie Martin in there also. Big Seth Lauder bringing that defensive unit off the field.
And Sam Barge on for his second punt of the day. Flipped the field last time against North Greenville as Hilton backing up to his own 20-yard line, counting his special teams unit, making sure everybody's there. See what Barge does here. Barge from his own 28. Gets a wobbly kickoff. Hilton calls for the fair catch again from the 21, and that will be that. North Greenville will start on offense once again. Now let's see who comes in at quarterback for North Greenville. Will Hunter got hurt on that last drive, and Donnie Baker only 1 for 2 on that last drive for 5 yards, but let's see if Coach Farrington is willing to give him a shot.
Both throws by Baker were very good on the money. Completed one of them, and the other one, the receiver just stepped out of bounds before making the catch. And Baker is coming back on the field, Gray.
So it is going to fall on the shoulders of the backup for North Greenville. Donnie Baker back out on the field, so Will Hunter being checked out on the sidelines. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right here for Baker. Tailback is Scott. Hand off, Scott will run him left side, and Scott with a burst of speed to the line and picks up around 6 yards on the play.
He followed in behind Cameron's step. Cameron down the road clearing it for him. You know, with Will Hunter, I'm not sure if he had a potential head injury, maybe a finger to his eye, because they were paying a lot of attention to his head. And if he took a finger to the eye, it may take a little bit for that to clear.
Pistol set again, tight end in the backfield. That's Helms beside Baker. Handoff Scott, run him left side again. And Scott behind those big old lineman blockers bowls his way for another couple of yards. Bring up 3rd down and short.
Michael Thomas that time doing a good job, 307 pounds over on that left side. Big number 79 as well, Gage Smith.
North Greenville now going from left to right, from the field house to the west end zone. Personnel changes for North Greenville. Here's Delta State leads 14-0, 12:42 left here in the second quarter. Bring a receiver in motion from the left side to make it 2 to the right. Baker will roll to the right, looks down the field, throws, pass is complete, and almost breaking the tackle. Number 17, Harold Hilton, had daylight as a receiver went for the ball, but it's still a first down NGU.
Yeah, receiver, or defender rather, just able to get a hold of that shoe as he flew by him to save the touchdown there, but a first down with 12:23 to go here in the second quarter.
From the Crusader 38, Baker trying to lead the charge down the field. One receiver left, three to the right. Scott still in at tailback. They'll bring Brown in motion. Handoff Scott right side. Bounces off one tackler, and the second one will get him for a loss of one on the play.
Delta State once again bringing that pressure. Their defensive speed and strength, those guys have really worked out in the weight room to be this quick coming off the ball.
Well, now that's a 1 and a 0 back out there. Will Hunter's back out.
Good to see that for Will, knowing he's not hurt.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left for Hunter. Will Hunter now back in, runs the hard count, checks the sideline again. Scott still in there in the backfield. 7 right there in the box for Delta State, so only leaving 4 in the secondary as Hunter looks to throw over the middle. Pass is caught at the 35. Great catch and a big gain for Christian Bruce.
With double coverage on him, he climbs the ladder, makes the catch. Does a good job to pull that ball down.
And you want to talk about where throwing the ball where only your receiver can catch it.
That was it right there. You know, a couple of shots like that downfield would may get some of that pressure off. Those linebackers will have to back up a little bit.
Yeah, Delta State's just stacking the box saying, come at us, and Will Hunter's going, okay.
And put some zip on it.
One receiver left, one right here. Scott still in the backfield. They bring a right side receiver in motion. Handoff Scott up the middle. Scott with a hole to the right side. Daylight Tracy Scott. 10-5 to the goal line. Touchdown, North Greenville.
Great acceleration when he made his cut. And just outrun the defender to the end zone.
And halfway up the hill.
Had all that momentum. He couldn't stop.
So North Greenville finally breaks the deadlock and puts points on the board. Matt Gravely now on for the PAT.
Jordan Helms for the hold.
Snap is down. Gravely boots it up. And it is good. So North Greenville makes it a one-touchdown game again.
I believe Matt was a little upset that he missed that field goal a while ago. He kicked his football across the access road over down the hill on the other side.
Well, good. Gravely don't like missing.
Nope.
So North Greenville now down by 7. Delta State still with the lead. And their offense will come back out on the field and see what they can do.
Good to see his crowd here today. Almost capacity on the home side.
And that's good to see with the limited amount of home games that we have. Now we're going to bring in our third member of today's crew, Ansley Brock, down on the sideline with an update.
Guys, right before Will Hunter went back onto the field, I overheard the trainer saying, you know, sometimes you just got to hold the guys back a little bit, just let them know that, you know, we are serious when we're talking to them. But luckily you could tell that the seriousness, well, it helped us. As soon as he got back out on the field, we got a touchdown.
And sometimes, thank you, Ansley, for that update, sometimes that leadership can do just that.
Yeah, exactly. He comes back to that whole, guys, I'm okay, let's get this. Good momentum swing.
Now Gravely has the ball teed up, ready to kick it deep. Back deep for Delta State. One of them, number 28, Keelan Wilson. They'll kick it to the far side. Delta State let it hop a little bit before he picks it up across the 15 to the 20. And I think a few of the North Greenville faithful and even the coaching staff, they want to block in the back or something, and they won't get the flag.
Another one of our guys was just thrown to the field well away from the play. Any other time, that would be a personal foul. There was 2 guys there from Delta State, and one of them just gave him a hip toss. Or Irish whip, as they used to say in wrestling back in the day. Delta State's going to mess around, make North Greenville mad. Just use that anger on the field between the whistles, boys.
Yeah, you don't Don't need to do anything after the whistle that's going to cost your team. Just play your game. Breaks will come your way eventually as Willis hand off to Robinson. He bounces it outside. Daylight to the right side for Robinson. Stutter steps, keeps his feet in bounds. And a big run for Robinson out to the 41.
Robinson must have got his breaks at Pet Boys as he screeched to a halt over there, let one of our defenders go by him, and picked up some more yardage.
If that's the case, I need to start taking my car there.
Yes, sir.
That was he about stopped on a dime, more like a nickel maybe.
He stopped before he got to the dime, I believe.
Making the cut here on 1st down and 10. Handoff to Robinson again. Met at the line. And still going. Fights his way forward for a yard. And some more pushing and shoving. And don't need to start talking about the officials, but they need to start doing something with this ball game before it does get out of hand.
Yeah, letting these big scrums happen, that's the bad thing, is a guy coming there and put that late hit in trying to move the pile. Somebody's going to get mad. They're going to think the whistle blew before it hit happened, and before you know it, you got a Donnybrook.
2nd down and 8 here for Delta State. Willis in the gun. Looks to set his feet. Throw. Pass is complete. Scooped up before it hit the turf to Willis Chambers. Willis Chambers becoming a one-man army in that receiving corps for Delta State. And
Chambers doing a good job there, sliding to make that reception. Saved himself from taking a hit and set up with a 3rd and 2.
So Delta State just shy of midfield. They're bringing their tall package in. They've got a big tight end there on the right side of the line, number 81, Benji Galbraith, as they'll hand off to Robinson, running right side, and it's going to depend on the spot, but from where the officials are running in, he didn't get it.
Nope, he needed just across the 49, and I believe he only got to the 50.
And it is 4th down.
Got to the top of the hill, but he couldn't start the downhill bend.
Now decision time here for Delta State. They're right at midfield. Do you go for it or do you kick it?
I'd look for the hard count and take a timeout if we don't jump.
The offense is staying on the field for the Statesmen. Willis in the gun. They will run the play. Willis, quarterback keeper. Daylight up the middle, and he gets the 1st down. North Greenville concentrating so much on those edges, opened up the middle. The Red Seas parted.
Open up the edges, and we may have been thinking what I was thinking down there on the field. They're going to try to get us on the snap count. That quarterback, Willis, they've got him listed 6'3", 220. He looks taller and he looks bigger.
I was thinking the same thing. As 1st down for Delta State, handoff to Peterson now in there at tailback. Met from behind by, I believe that's Johnny Birch on the tackle.
Yes, sir. Big number 95.
Pick up a 3 there for Peterson. Bring up 2nd down, Delta State. They've also got Cam Myers back there, one of their shorter receivers, but he'll line up in the slot to the right side. 2 receivers over there. Willis in the gun. Takes a snap. We'll run that option play. And North Greenville played the pitch man, and it pays off.
Matthew Thomas. I almost had him an interception earlier. Now he gets him a tackle for loss.
Yeah, loss of 1 on the play there for Thomas, bringing down Peterson on the carry behind the line. 3rd down for Delta State.
We've had them in 3rd and long a few times, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9 now. Nice time for a quarterback sack right here.
They'll fake the handoff here on 3rd down from behind, and he's sacked at midfield.
Number 11, Eddie Studevants coming through there.
Blindsided the quarterback, and boy, Studevants came unblocked. So Studevants coming up big for North Greenville and forcing a 4th down punt for Delta State. Willis looking all the way over to the left side. Never once turned back to his right.
Never felt the pressure coming. Guess he was trusting those big trees, but those trees was laying on the field around him.
Barge on the kick, a end-over-end kick. Hilton comes up. Fair catch called for and received. Right around the 17-yard line for North Greenville. Only down 7, though, after Will Hunter comes back in and leads the Crusader offense down the field for the scoring drive. 14-7, Delta State leads, 6:43 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
And good job there fielding that kick. If you hadn't, that thing could have rolled dead inside the 5.
And the only mention of the special teams in the Delta State book that we got was about the kicker. Sire Rada. No mention about Marge, but he's coming up big for the Statesmen today.
He certainly is.
Hunter takes a snap here, fakes the handoff. He looks to take the home run ball down the field. Man wide open, and he overthrew him.
Just a step too far.
That North Greenville had Harold Hilton running behind everybody, and Holmes got free.
Hilton just could not stretch out far enough. That's when he needed to bar Mason Sanders' long arms. Might could have pulled that one in.
But this may open up the playbook a little bit for North Greenville, finding that open. They can beat Delta State on the outside.
That's a couple of times we've hit them downfield with an open man. Just didn't connect on this one. They've got to loosen that pressure up on us on the inside.
And now if you look down at the field, the Delta State cornerbacks are playing off the receivers again. Hunter here on second down, sets his feet, throws, man open again, and it is incomplete.
There was some contact before the catch. Some of the coaches voicing their displeasure, but no call by the officials.
Looking for number 16, the tight end, Jordan Helms, third down coming up.
Jordan stretching out, trying to pull that thing in, but was hit just before the ball got to him. But officials let him ride with it. It's at Martinsville. No bumping.
Yeah, apparently that's the rule now.
Football, yes. Martinsville, it's okay.
Yeah, well, not everybody can drive for Hendrick Motorsports. Man goes in motion over to the left side here. Third down for Hunter. He'll drop back, throws over the middle. Man wide open.
Wow.
And it is complete. First down, North Greenville, Christian Bruce, and thought I saw a late flag.
Yeah,
yes, I did.
Because he celebrated. He did his little spin, and did a salute, and officials not calling late hits, but they called that one.
Well, I thought as long as you don't do that throat slash gesture, you're fine, but
either that or when you badmouth Hendrick Motorsports, officials didn't like it.
Yeah.
Number 9 of the offense. It is first unsportsmanlike counts towards disqualification.
Unsportsmanlike penalty. Yeah, I learned something down at Lawrence County Speedway this year. You don't mess with 7-time Jimmy Johnson.
That's right. Or anybody who writes their name in similar fashion.
Yeah.
Sun breaking through the clouds now. Beautiful day up here on campus.
Still, the breeze tapered off some, but remained pretty constant throughout the day, continuing to blow toward the southwest. Well, if it's any consolation, the first down will stand, but that forces North Greenville back to the 19.
Just almost like starting over with the punt.
Ashton Hurd now in at tailback. He'll be to the right side of Hunter. 4 receiver set as Hunter drops back to pass. Looks to the left, now winds up, throws down the middle, and overthrows his man.
And our receiver's arm was grabbed and pulled behind him. And his 2 pass interference calls this officiating crew has missed.
Number 7, DeMaje Rooks, the intended receiver.
When you grab a man's arm and pull it behind him, that slows his speed down. That's not just touching to make sure you know where the guy is. That is intention. That is slowing a man down to keep him making the catch.
And at least in the SEC, that's a penalty.
Yes, sir.
Well, one of the members of the North Greenville coaching staff did come over and have a brief word with the official, but that has since broken up.
That might have been open your eyes.
Snap here to Hunter, handoff Hurd. They'll run him right side. Hunter with a hole and gets across the 25 down to the 27.
Hurd is a word. Getting some good yardage, sets us up with a short third down here. Third and a short 3. Very manageable. About time to get Mr. Brown loose across the middle.
And North Greenville's receivers, they are burning Delta State on the edge. And, well, as we've discussed it just a few seconds ago, no yellow flags.
Jordan Helms got single coverage. A man's playing off of him 10 yards.
4 receiver set here for Hunter on third down. They'll roll him to his left. Hunter looking to throw. Stutter steps, now does throw, and it's snagged at the 40. Robbie Brown.
Robbie Brown with a great catch. Hunter took a shot after that, but he pops right back up to his feet. Casey Stewart over and check on his quarterback to make sure he's okay.
Oh, man, he one-armed that. That needs to go to ESPN. They need to start spreading some love outside of Division I.
Yes, there's stuff. Football happens between Division I and Division III.
It's called Division II.
Yes.
First down here for North Greenville as Hunter rolls to his right. Here comes pressure. Hunter taking off, gets a block, throws. It is complete, and that is a catch.
They threw a flag after the pass was called at Bobby Foose. If it's a penalty, why don't you throw the flag when he made the block? Why do you hesitate and wait until you see if the pass is called?
It's almost like they're waiting. Okay, yeah.
I think it's going to be the one where they're saying it was a undefensible player. You hit him.
There is no foul.
No foul. Good. Maybe one of the other officials said, hey, that's a clean hit.
Hey, if there's two of them, can you accept them both?
Yes.
So North Greenville finally catches a break.
And it wasn't a targeting type deal. Bobby did not have his head in there. He had his shoulder in there.
Crusaders driving here, 4:52 left to go until halftime. Delta State does get the ball to start off the second half. Two receivers to the left, one to the right.
I like Sanders in single coverage.
And his man's playing off of him by about 7 yards. Bring a man in motion, that's the tight end, Foose. Hunter takes a snap, looks to the right, throws, pass is in and out of the hands of Foose.
And Bobby got through to the turf after not making the catch.
I don't think these officials are going to be getting a Christmas card from anybody from North Greenville.
Nope.
Second and 10 for the Crusaders.
Their post-game meal may be a potty meat sandwich.
No Chick-fil-A.
Nope. No soup for you.
Three receivers now to the left, one to the right here. Hunter in the pistol. Runs that hard count again. We'll check a sideline. Ashton Hurd rotates back in to be tailback. Donnie Baker, who just played, is now signaling the plays to the starter, Hunter. Handoff Hurd to the right side. Hurd across the 45 down to the 43.
Ashton Hurd on the goal.
Good blocking by the big guys up front. Michael Thomas again, number 73.
And there's some extra talking going on after the play.
Mm-hmm.
And the nearest official is 5 yards away, but anyway.
Yeah, I believe in letting the guys play, but don't let it get out of hand.
Yeah. It's a sport, we get that, but enough is enough.
And don't want to see anybody of either team get hurt.
Third down now for North Greenville, so another big-time conversion needed here as Bruce goes in motion to the left side. Hunter gets a snap, looks over the middle. Here comes pressure. Hunter lets loose and incomplete. Intended for Deontay Bryant. Now decision time here for North Greenville. Down 7, 3:49 to go in the half. Fourth down, and they need 7.
So we're going to see if Bobby can put some magic on it, get them pinned down inside the 10.
And that'd be a 51-yard field goal. That's not out of the realm of possibility, but Coach Farrington not wanting to chance it.
That crosswind once again might have changed his mind of going field goal. But maybe Bobby Foose can work some of his magic here and pin them back.
Foose kicking from his own 42. Good snap to Foose. Delta State doesn't bring any pressure. End-over-end kick from Foose. Fair catch called for, and takes a backwards hop inside the 10, and now slides back across the 5. Where's it going to be spotted is going to be pretty important, and it looks like it's going to be down at the 2.
Wow. I thought they would mark it at the 7, and they are moving it.
Yeah, ball did die at the 2, but now they're going to bring it up.
All the way to the 9 even, which we did touch it up there, so not disagreeing with that.
Well, now that the sun has come out, that has made things a little bit harder to see. Could go for a little bit more cloud cover for a little bit longer. As the glasses have been changed.
That's right. Old dog, you'll have a few tricks, you know.
3:36 left to go in the half. North Greenville defense called upon once again to try and hold Delta State. who get the ball to start off the second half, looking to add more points here. Handoff Robinson up the middle. Gets across the 10 down to the 11. Be a pickup of 2. Now start the clock.
Delta just trying to do something safe here, trying to move it out just a little bit. Don't believe they'll try to throw a pass on this one. They may on third.
Nobody's called a timeout yet either. When will we start seeing the timeouts fly? As North Greenville looks to bring pressure. Pass complete to Chambers to the right side defender, hanging on to his leg, and brings him down after another short gain.
So they did go to the airways with it, but we didn't buy it. Travis Beatty over there, number 4.
Receiver tackled inbounds, so the clock continues to run.
If we stop them here, I say take a timeout. Hold a little time for North Greenville.
Willis going to line up 2 receivers to the left, 2 over to the right. Robinson still in there in the backfield. Willis lining up in the gun. Takes a snap, looks to pass right side. Pass is complete to Chambers again, and he is bumped out of bounds. Depending on the spot, short of the first down.
It looks short to me.
And that one was complete out of bounds, so that's going to save North Greenville from having to use, well, now the clock starts, but still no timeout forthcoming.
Yeah, clearly went out of bounds. Clock did not stop.
So once Delta State gets this punt away, North Greenville's going to have right around 2 minutes to get down the field. Here comes pressure. Barge gets the punt away. Wobbly kick to the right side, and it will take a North Greenville hop backwards and be downed at the 46.
Give a call to number 37, North Greenville, Jeremiah Bogan. He realized that punt did not travel as far as it normally would, and he got out of the way. So he didn't have to worry about that football rolling into one of his ankles. And Delta State making a recovery there.
So now 46 yards to go for North Greenville, minute 59, all 3 timeouts at their disposal. Try and tie it up at 14 before the half.
I say stretch field right here.
Yeah, keep throwing it downfield, even though you haven't had some go your way. Keep trying it. 3 receivers to the right here for Hunter. Now 1 receiver comes in motion. They'll hand off to Scott, running right side. Scott out jukes a man, gets down inside the 45 to the 43, and the clock will start.
Wrestled to the ground there for number 93, Landry Tello, as well as number 54, Brandon Gaddy. Gaddy playing nose guard, and has been all over the field for Delta State.
Got to think North Greenville needs to get to about the 35 to give Gravely a chance. That would probably be the edge of his range here on second down. Brown goes in motion from right to left. Hunter calls for the snap, takes it, fakes the handoff, looks to pass. Hunter over the middle. Flag comes out as it's overthrown, intended for Brown. Flag though over on the far side, and this one was away from everything. No idea what this one could be.
Maybe a neutral zone violation. Maybe a sideline warning. But they're talking about too long to be a sideline warning. Taking their time. Now the officials break up.
Illegal formation on the offense. More than 4 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty still. Second down.
He's one of the guys just did not get lined up correctly on that far side.
Now North Greenville going. Well, Delta State declined the penalty, so third down here for the Crusaders. Got to pick up the third down again. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And they've got Sanders over there isolated one-on-one again. And Hunter checks the sideline again. Play clock only at 15. Now Hunter drops back in the gun. Scott will move up. Hunter looks to pass. Over the middle. He'll lob it up to the right side. Man open again, and it's caught. Touchdown, North Greenville.
Christian Bruce made a big catch earlier. Now he makes a touchdown reception.
And Hunter is up on his feet, but he was down to the turf again. He is taking shots today.
Standing in there, though, delivering the ball downfield to his receivers. He's going to come over and take him a seat on the sideline. Hopefully, young man, just a little rattle will be okay. Halftime break and let him clear it head.
Gravely back on for a second PAT of the game. Kick out of the hole to Jordan Helms. Snap is down. Gravely boots it up. And it is good. And North Greenville has come back to tie it at 14. 1:07 left to go here in the second quarter. So far, so good. The second quarter a lot better for North Greenville than the first. And we should say so. North Greenville 11 total yards of offense at the end of the first quarter. Here at closing in on the end of the second, 187.
Nice turnaround.
Will Hunter has also picked up nicely after throwing an interception on the opening drive. 7 of 15. He's got 130 yards and a touchdown, or 2 touchdowns now. Christian Bruce leads the way for North Greenville receivers with 3 catches for 88 yards.
Let's see if we can pin them back deep here. Not give up a big return. They still have 3 timeouts to work with.
And they get the ball to start in the second half, so depending on what Delta State does here with this drive. Gravely will tee it up from his own 35. We've seen Keelan Wilson back deep today for the Statesmen as Gravely will put all he can into it, boot it deep to the 2-yard line where it's received. Delta State here on the return across the 15, 20, 25, 30. In trouble here to the 35, and he is brought down there. So decent return, but Delta State from their own 35.
1 minute to go here, first half. 3 timeouts. They may try to take a shot on this first play to see what they can get. May try to come at us with a draw play.
Or set up that screen again that worked.
Yeah, that would be pretty safe going with that one. You may have hit it, Gray. Wouldn't you just love to be a defensive coordinator, got to run all these through your mind in just a matter of seconds to make the call?
Nah, I don't be a defensive coordinator. That's too stressful.
That job doesn't pay enough.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left here for Willis in the gun. Tailback to his right. Takes a snap. He'll look to throw. Pump fakes. He's going to throw it long, and it is complete to the sideline. Number 1, Cam Myers on the reception.
Yeah, it's going to change everything with them at midfield. They get another 20, maybe 25 yards. Should be inside their kicker's wheelhouse.
And North Greenville is playing deep coverage, and Delta State lining up for shorter passes. 4 wide set here. Tailback is Robinson shifting to the right side. Willis barking out the signals. And Robinson will move back to left. Willis takes a snap, looks to throw again, right side, pass hauled in by Chambers. He's tackled inbounds, so the clock will run. And timeout, Delta State. So the first timeout anybody's called will come here with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Timeout, Delta State.
Got to hold them here. Don't want to give up a touchdown. If you give up anything, just field goal.
I don't. Prefer not to get any points, let up any points off the board, because then you'll have to come right back out at the start of the third quarter, do the same thing again to try and get this North Greenville offense back out on the field.
What I'd really like to see them try to set up that screen and Johnny Worthy read it, step in front of it, and walk in the end zone with it.
NGU is teaming up with Super Fan U.
Defensively today for North Greenville, it's the linebacker Brandon Berger with 7 total tackles. Eddie Studevance has a sack and a tackle for loss. Matthew Thomas also with a tackle for loss, but Berger leading the way for North Greenville right now. Landry Tolo leading the way for Delta State with 4 tackles. Brandon Tillman, the outstanding cornerback for Delta State, he's got 3 tackles, an interception, and a pass breakup. Second down and 6 coming off the Delta State timeout here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Willis back in the gun, tailback to his left. Crusader defense trying to hold one more drive. Willis takes a snap, look to pass. Here comes the pressure. Willis lets loose down to the left side, and it is off the defender. He threw it short. If Cam Rice had turned around, that one might have been a pick.
The quarterback put all he had on that one.
Intended for number 17, Mario Lanier, who had the defense beat. Willis threw it short. Third down.
Stops the clock, 41 seconds. Let's see what happens.
Full receiver set again for Willis. Two left, two right, tailback to the left side of the quarterback. Willis dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Willis stands in his pocket, now forced to scramble. Ball comes loose. Scramble for it.
We had some hands in there, but if Willis was able to raise his legs, he may have recovered that thing using his legs.
It is North Greenville ball.
Yes.
Who comes out of the pile with it? There's still one Crusader down. Now he's up, and he has the ball. It is number 11, Eddie Studevant.
Eddie is playing up today. A couple of big hits, tackle for a loss. Now he gets a fumble recovery. Now we have 3 timeouts.
And I want to say it was number 8, the defensive lineman Desmond Williams, who knocked the ball loose.
I believe you're right. Desmond doing a great job as well.
Well, 32 seconds left. Take your shots.
Take a couple shots across the middle, see if we can get down around the 30-yard line.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left here for Hunter. Back in a gun. Will look to pass, dropping back. Throws over the middle. Pass is dropped as Christian Bruce trying to one-arm it. Can't do it. Second down. 28 seconds left. And again, got to get to the 35. That's about that would probably be the extent of Gravely's range. So the 35 is the target line, and anywhere inside there is bonus. 4 receiver set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left here for Hunter, shifting to the pistol. Tristan Jackson in here on second down. Move him up. Hunter drops back to the gun. Hunter will look to pass. Here comes the pressure. Hunter steps up, is going to airmail it long. Down the middle of the field, it is dropped. And no flags as Robbie Brown was the intended target.
Yes, they're saying that was incidental contact. Looked like touchdown saving contact to me.
3rd and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball on 44.
Well, 3rd down and 20 seconds left.
Get the first down here or try to take another shot?
I like the throws down the field. So far, the receivers proving he can beat the defense. Keep them going here. On 3rd down, Delta State brings the house. Throw to the far side. Pass is complete. Did Brown get a foot in? Yes. And that's a first down. Well, Brown went deep last time, incomplete. Picks up the first down. North Greenville from the Delta State 44.
Got 2 options here. Try to get another 10, 15 yards for a field goal or take 2 shots at the end zone, maybe 3.
15 seconds left in the half. 4 receivers set again for Hunter in the gun. Takes a snap, looks to the left side. Pass, throws, it is complete to Bruce. And Bruce will step out of bounds at the 38.
Getting us closer, and we may be thinking field goal. Look downfield, no, everybody's covered. Dump it off to one of those underneath guys.
I got 10 seconds now. 2 good throws, and you can't get either of those. It might be time for Gravely. 4 receiver set, Hunter in the pistol. Jackson in at tailback. Hunter checking the sideline again. Donnie Baker back there relaying signals. Hunter shifting to the gun, takes a snap, pass complete to Mason Sanders, who gets pushed out of bounds at the 31. Just want to check something here. That is the first completed pass to Mason Sanders today.
That's hard to believe. They have been covering him pretty tight, though.
And here comes Gravely from the 31, so looking at a 48-yard field goal?
Yes, sir. Lining it up on the far hash. He does have a bit of a crosswind this time coming from behind the press box.
Gravely, the right-footed kicker. North Greenville looking for the lead going into the half. Helms calls for the snap, and Delta State going for the ice.
Timeout. Delta State.
A lot of times I think it calms the kicker more than it ices them.
I'm in your line of thinking there. 9 out of 10 times I've seen a team do that against a field goal kicker. That gives him more time to think about it, line things up. And even if he made it the first time, he makes it again a second time.
Yep.
6 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. North Greenville Delta State tied at 14. Thank you for joining us here on the North Greenville Sports Network, as well as those listening on 95.5 The Vibe. Homecoming 2017 for North Greenville and a dogfight with Delta State. Second meeting between these two teams. The only other meeting coming in of course, the D2 quarterfinals. That one was a close one, and we're in a close one here again.
Yes, sir.
And these two schools will have plenty of time to get acquainted with one another. North Greenville going into the Gulf South here next season, so looking at a conference opponent here today. Future conference opponent here today. Gravely from 48 from the left hash. Helms calls for the snap, puts it down. Gravely has the distance again. It is up, and it is good. Gravely got it from 48. And with 0.8 of a second left, North Greenville leads 17-14, waiting to go into the half.
Do a little squib kick here, just to keep them from getting a big return. Do one of those where it's kicked up in the air where they've got to, one of the up guys got to field it, but he doesn't have time to return it, so he's got to wait fair catch, game over. I mean, half over.
So glad to have Matt Gravely around. Of course, his brother Justin Gravely, the kicker before him. Matt breaking Justin's record last season for the longest field goal in North Greenville football history.
Imagine a kicking contest them boys had as kids growing up. Picking the house maybe as the goal post. Or maybe a window on a barn or something.
And both of them going to Pickens High School, kicking at Pickens. And now Gravely here on for the kickoff. He'll stand 3 yards from the ball, and he'll just line drive it. Delta State will let it go to the back return man from the 10. The clock expires, and Delta State down at the 30. And the flag will come out as late pushing and shoving.
One of our guys got rode to the ground with a man on his back who did not try to brace his fall.
And then another Crusader came rushing in with a push, and that's when the flags started flying. And if they're gonna start putting flags on that, then we better see adjustments for the second half.
I look for this to be offsetting, one against North Greenville, one against Delta State.
Well, the North Greenville team, everybody's going off the field.
Conduct, number 41 of the kicking, correction, number 41 of the kicking team. That penalty would be administered on the second half kickoff.
And now it's halftime in Tigerville.
Well, shame it has to go down that way, but that's going to give Delta State with good field position to start the second half. Coming up in just a moment, we'll have an interview with head coach Jeff Farrington. Ansley Brock making her way as Farrington is going to have a heart-to-heart with the official right quick.
University's longest standing traditions. Please welcome North Greenville alum and current assistant vice president of student life.
And Stilta, he's going to bring the whole crew over.
Watson.
One referees want to be interviewed. He was declined.
I kind of want an explanation myself, too.
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Homecoming 2017.
Well, here comes the band. They're approaching for halftime.
Friends, families, and students to today's
And Ansley will be catching up with Coach Farrington.
Coach, going into the half, you tied the game, you got the fumble, and you had a great kick. What's your thought on the first half?
Well, we got to keep our composure. We got too many penalties right here, personal fouls. We can't give a good football team yardage, and we're a whole lot better than that. So we got a lot of work to do. They're a good football team.
All right, Coach.
But we're hanging in there.
All right, Coach, get to your guys.
Yeah, North Greenville hanging in there, adding on a couple more penalties there to the second half. Delta State with 2 penalties for 12 yards. North Greenville still only showing, it should be 3 penalties now, so we'll wait and get those stats updated, see if we can get a printed copy, as paper is always better in this case. But at the half, North Greenville leading Delta State 17-14. Matt Gravely kicking the 48-yard field goal to put North Greenville up. We'll let you enjoy halftime. Bands on the field here at homecoming for North Greenville. We'll take a break and bring you back for the start of the second half here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
At this time, we would like to welcome the Blue Ridge High Air Force Junior ROTC. They're under the command of Major Chad Richardson and Master Sergeant Fred Fuller. The Junior ROTC Color Guard led today's parade, and the Honor Guard will present the swords for halftime. They're led by First Lieutenant Balo. Welcome to Blue Ridge High School Junior ROTC. At this time, we would like to introduce to you the 2017 Homecoming Court. Representing the Baptist Collegiate Ministries is Miss Charlie Good. Charlie is a junior elementary childhood education major from Florence. She is the daughter of Eric and Terry Good, and she is escorted today by her father. Miss Charlie Good. Representing the Big Little program is Miss Eden Crane. Eden is a junior Christian studies major from Pelzer, South Carolina. She is the daughter of Billy Crane, and she is escorted today by her father, Miss Eden Crane. Representing the biology club is Miss Sarah Conklin. Sarah is a senior biology major from Hendersonville, North Carolina. She is the daughter of Mark and Lisa Conklin, and she is escorted today by her father, Miss Sarah Conklin. Representing the campus ambassadors is Miss Lily DeGear. Lily is a senior secondary social studies education major from Easley. She is the daughter of Brent and Lee DeGear. She is escorted today by Brent DeGear. Miss Lily DeGear. Representing the College of Education Club is Miss Emily Falkenberry. Emily is a senior elementary education major from Gastonia, North Carolina. She is the daughter of Bobby and Lee Falkenberry, and today she is escorted by her father, Miss Emily Falkenberry. Representing the Criminal Justice and Legal Studies Club is Miss Kate Welkner. Kate is a senior criminal justice major from Powdersville. She is the daughter of Rick and Vivian Welkner, and she is escorted today by her father, Miss Kate Welkner. Representing the Fellowship of Christian Athletes is Miss Grace DeBoer. Grace is a senior biology major from Flowery Branch, Georgia. She is the daughter of Todd and Deborah DeBoer, and she is escorted today by her mother, Miss Grace DeBoer. Representing the Health Science Club is Miss Emily Colson. Emily is a senior health science major from Greenville, South Carolina. She is the daughter of Brad and Mercedes Colson, and she is escorted today by her father, Miss Emily Colson. Representing the marching band is Miss Janine Smith. Janine is a senior music education major from Greenville. She is the daughter of Ronnie and Shonda Smith, and she is escorted today by Clay Blackwood. Miss Janine Smith. Representing the Resident Assistant Association is Miss Cassidy Hammett. Cassidy is a senior business administration major from North Augusta. She is the daughter of Larry and Casey Hammett, and she is escorted today by her father, Miss Cassidy Hammett. Representing the Sport Management Club is Amanda Mosley. Amanda is a senior sports management major from Elgin. She is the daughter of David Mosley, and she is escorted today by her father, Miss Amanda Mosley. Representing the Student Marketing Association is Miss Caitlin Williams. Caitlin is a senior marketing major from Belton. She is the daughter of Jonathan and Charity Williams, and she is escorted today by her father, Miss Caitlin Williams. Representing the Tikva International Club is Miss Caroline Newkirk. Caroline is an intercultural studies major with biology minor from Greer. She is the daughter of Barry and Tracy Newkirk. She is escorted today by her grandfather, Mr. Dan Jones. Miss Caroline Newkirk. And at this time, please welcome our 2016 Homecoming Queen, Miss Stevie Martin. Stevie is escorted today by our North Greenville University President, Dr. Jean Fant. Stevie is the daughter of Stephen and Michelle Martin, and she is from Conway. Stevie will graduate from North Greenville University with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in elementary education. While attending North Greenville University, Stevie has spent time as a cheerleader, RA, and a mentor. Stevie would like to thank her family for their unconditional love, support, and constant encouragement, no matter what. Her parents have taught her so much about working hard, loving others, and being the best version of herself. She also thanks all her friends, professors, and mentors for their wisdom, support, and guidance, always pushing her to be her true potential. Stevie thanks and praises God for the blessing her with so many encouraging people in her life and bringing her to North Greenville University, where she is gaining an exceptional education, making lifelong memories, and glorifying God. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back our 2016 Homecoming Queen, Miss Stevie Martin. At this time, we have several returning Homecoming Queens we would like to introduce. From 2008, we have Miss Carrie Gibson. From 2007, Miss Mackenzie Butler. From 1994, Miss Sherry Van Loo. From 1992, Shelley Young Lewis. And from 1983, Beverly Nix Hawkins. And we have a very special guest, our first Homecoming Queen from 1951, Mrs. Barbara Hollis Kennerly. Ms. Kierley will assist Dr. Fant and Stevie Martin with the crowning of this year's winners. And now let's see who will join these ladies as in our homecoming court. This year's second runner-up is Miss Emily Colson. This year's first runner-up, Miss Cassidy Hammett. The 2017 Homecoming Queen is Miss Eden Crane. Let's have a big hand of applause for all of our homecoming contestants as they represent each of their organizations and North Greenville University in a great way. Thank you, ladies, for being such great representatives of North Greenville University. This week, the clubs and organizations have participated in the annual homecoming festivities and competition. This year, we celebrated the theme Aloha to 125 as North Greenville begins their celebration of 125 years of history. At this time, we would like to introduce or announce all the winners of this week's competitions. On Monday night, we kicked everything off with our opening ceremonies and the volleyball team tournament. The volleyball tournament, the first place was the RAA, second place Student Marketing, and third place FCA. Also the cornhole tournament, third place was the biology club, second place was the marching band, first place was sports management. The spike ball tournament, third place was FCA, second place the marching band, and first place Tikva International. On Wednesday night, the bowling tournament. Third place was the Ninja Geese. Second place was FCA. And first place was Sport Management. The ping pong tournament. Third place was the College of Education. Second place, the Ninja Geese. First place, Student Marketing Association. On Thursday night, the annual homecoming relay across campus. Third place was the Criminal Justice Club. Second place was Baptist Collegiate Ministry, and first place was Health Science. Earlier today in the homecoming parade, the float competition, third place was Baptist Collegiate Ministry. Second was the Big Little program, and first place was the Campus Ambassadors. The clubs also participated in a community service project this week, and we have raised over 60 complete Thanksgiving meals for families in need from Tigerville Elementary. They will be distributed in the next few weeks. Thank you for all the clubs' participation in this community service project. And now for the winners of this year's Aloha to 125 Homecoming Week. In third place, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. In second place, the Student Marketing Association. And in first place, the Sports Management Club. Congratulations to all of our clubs, and thank you for your participation this week. Again, we want to thank all of our alumni, friends, and families for attending today's game and this week's activities. Have a great day. Let's have a great second half, and we hope to see you again next year at Homecoming 2018.
And welcome back to Yount Stadium here on the campus of North Greenville University. Getting ready for the second half of North Greenville and Delta State here on the North Greenville Sports Network and WNGR LP 95.5 FM Tigerville. Grace Sutherland with Dale Wilkerson bringing you today's action. North Greenville leading Delta State 17-14 at the end of the first half. Matt Gravely hitting a 48-yard field goal to put the Crusaders up, but the Statesmen get the ball to start the second half. After that first end of play, it was a slow start for North Greenville, but they've brought the numbers up nicely. 11 first downs, 45 rush yards. Tracy Scott with 42 of those. Pass yards, Will Hunter has 155 of the team's 167. Donnie Baker did check in for a couple of series. He has 12, the other 12. Total offense, North Greenville with 212. They've had more than 2 penalties because they picked up that third one at the end of the half. Yep. Each team has a turnover. A fumble recovered by North Greenville, and Will Hunter threw an opening drive interception. For the visiting Statesmen, 9 first downs, 86 rush yards, 83 pass yards, 169 yards of total offense, 2 penalties for 12 yards, and that turnover. Individually, we went over Will Hunter's numbers. Ashton Hurd and Tristan Jackson have both seen the field today for North Greenville. Christian Bruce leads the way with 4 receptions and 95 yards. Demaje Rooks, 3 for 19. Robbie Brown, 2 for 25. Jordan Helms, 1 for 14. Hilton, 1 for 7. And Sanders, 1 for 7. For Delta State, Colin Willis, the listed backup, he has seen all of the action today, 11 of 14, 83 yards and touchdown, no interceptions. Chris Robinson, the listed fullback, has been playing the tailback today, 11 rushes for 58 yards. Ladarian Peterson, 8 rushes, 16 yards, and Willis has scrambled 5 times for 12. Willis Chambers continues to be the go-to target for Colin Willis. 7 receptions, 30 yards. Chris Robinson, 2 for 30. Karn Myers, 1 for 15. Mario Lanier, 1 for 8. Defensively, North Greenville, Brandon Berger with 7 tackles. Those numbers haven't changed since the last time we read them off. The biggest standout right now, Eddie Studemans, with a sack, a tackle for loss, and a fumble recovery. Desmond Williams has 3 tackles. He has that forced fumble. Matthew Thomas has the other tackle for loss. Delta State has been knocking down Will Hunter early and often. 3 tackles for loss, 1 for Traymond Loftus. Quantarius Boone has 1, and Brandon Gaddy has a sack and a tackle for loss. Landry Tullo leads the way with 4 tackles for Delta State.
Gray, I was looking across the way over there. Greg Reddick is working out with a center, taking some snaps. We may see him in the second half. Also, I couldn't help but notice one of their backup offensive linemen, John McNamara, wears number 75, 6'10". He is listed 385. Yes.
Ooh, boy.
And yes, I'd say every pound, if not more, he casts quite a shadow over there.
Well, now that the sun has come out, we can see.
He's there about the 43-yard line. That's some big boy standing right there at 72. Hulsh, he's 6'7", 365, and then George Roberts is 6'7". He's the slender of the trio. He's only 341 pounds.
Man, you're right. John McNamara, he's standing behind the bench, and his shadow is almost reaching the field.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love to be a linebacker told to go to the line and you look up and see John McNamara?
And all 385 pounds.
Hey, little boy. You ain't going to have fun. I'm about to fall on you, son. That's all he'd have to do is lean forward and fall.
Starting off the third quarter here, Matt Griley had to tee it up from his own 20-yard line, and it's going to roll to the end zone for a touchback. Delta State thought that one was going out.
A little bit of extracurricular again going on. Guys extending blocking. Referee caught one of the guys from Delta State, Shannon Carter, having a word with him saying, son, calm it down.
Gravely had to tee it up from his own 20-yard line there because of the personal foul penalty against North Greenville at the end of the second quarter. But Gravely boots it down the field. Touchback. Delta State will start from their own 25.
So 80-yard kick, touchback. Yes, they got a good roll, but still, it's an 80-yard kick.
First and 10 to the Statesmen. Ball on their own 25.
And it looks like it here to start off the second half. We will see Colin Willis again. Still quarterbacking for Delta State. They'll stack up the backfield, hand off to Robinson, run him sweep to the right side. He's upended for little to no gain on the play, maybe a yard, second down.
Good pursuit by the defenses. They just stayed with it, would not let him get the edge. Able to turn him back. They're going to give him one, but it's a short one.
Two receivers to the left for Delta State. Willis in the pistol. Here comes the pressure. Handoff Robinson up the middle. And he gets past the line initially, but is spun down after another couple of yards by number 40 there for North Greenville.
Yeah, he's delivering the wood, Eddie Martin.
Third down and long for Delta State. Well, third down and medium, more like it. Third down and 6. One receiver left, two over to the right side. They've got a big tight end in the backfield, Sean Shanks, 265. Willis fakes the handoff, looks to throw. Throws batted at the line, and the quarterback just knocks it down. He could have called it and ran like Nelson Hughes did.
Yeah, once it's deflected, it's a live ball. Now the quarterback can't catch it once it leaves his arm. But I think once it's deflected, that thing's live. But he knocked it down. Just wanted to make sure he wasn't sacked, I suppose, because he was going to be swallowed up if he had caught that football.
Nelson Hughes 3 years ago in the 2014 season in the game against Mars Hill had a pass batted at the line, caught his own pass, and ran it for a 47-yard touchdown. So that was Hughes to Hughes, touchdown, North Greenville. Fourth down here, Barge on the punt, high kick over to the far side. Hilton comes up to fair catch it at the North Greenville 35.
Another young man being warned over there. Now, head slap to one of our guys. That's number 81, one of the backups for Delta State.
I'm glad to see the officials starting to warn some of the players, but how much longer till the flags start flying?
That's 2 warnings. 2 kicking plays, 2 warnings to Delta State for little extracurriculars, giving them the business.
First down here for Will Hunter and company. 3 receivers to the right. Ashton Hurd will be in tailback to start this drive. Hunter drops back. He'll look to pass. Pass complete. Tackle broken at the 40 to midfield to the 45 and out of bounds. Number 17, Harold Hilton, for his second catch of the game.
Yeah, Harold getting us good yardage up the top of the hill and going down toward the goal line now. First down at the 45-yard line.
North Greenville leading by 3 here to start off the half. In the third quarter between North Greenville and Delta State. 17-14 NGU. Tight end comes in motion to drop in the backfield. Hunter takes a snap, handoff Hurd, run him right side. Hurd with a hold to the 40, 35, trying to run over a man and still throwing him forward. And here comes a flag out.
One of our guys, as he finished off a block area, they're going to say he got a little carried away, I believe. Stewart going to gate a good gain. There's still some jawing going on down there. One of the guys from Delta State giving Mason the fit.
The result of the play is a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike non-conduct, 76 on the offense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
There's some stuff going on with officials to pay attention. They'd be throwing more flags.
And this game would be a lot longer, too.
Yep.
That would be like that Newberry game was last year.
Now they're calling line judge coming in. Side judge came in. Referee's there with him. Coach Farrington asking for explanation again.
He wants to know what's going on.
I've seen this. Why was this called?
Well, the result of the play stands. You heard that. Ashton Hurd picks up the first down, but instead of it being inside the 35, it's back at the 48. 4 receivers set for Hunter here in the pistol. Hurd remains in the formation at tailback. Hunter runs a hard count. He'll check a sideline again. Drops back in the gun now. Hunter takes a snap, throw, complete to the tight end. Flag again. Helmet comes off of one of the North Greenville linemen. And he can't figure out what's going on. Number 73, Michael Thomas, might have won a flag thrown on what was going on over on the right side.
If his helmet was torn off, he's allowed to stay in the game.
In the formation. Offense, 5 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty still, first down.
Okay, so that's the second illegal formation penalty against North Greenville. First time they had 4 men, now they have 5. So I guess eventually they'll just have the whole offense on the backfield.
Looking that way, somebody's just a step out of sync, I suppose, on the line.
North Greenville now trending the wrong way. It's first down and 15, back across to the Crusader side of midfield.
Oddly enough, shade on the field, but not on the press box right now.
Now, 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Bobby Foose lining up to the left. Hunter in the gun, takes a snap. He'll look to pass. Here comes the pressure. He steps up. Now he forced to scramble out. Hunter with daylight. He's in trouble, and he loses the ball, picks it up, but all the way back at the 33 of NGU.
Could not get away from number 57, not on our roster. See if they got him listed on the other page. I do not see him. But 57 on the tackle down there for Delta State. Great pursuit by that young man.
So now second down and second down and 28.
I've got 3 rosters. He's not on either one of them.
That's something new. 4 receiver set here. Foose comes in motion, drops in the backfield. Hunter takes it, hand off to Hurd. They'll try and run him over the middle. Breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, breaks 3 tackles, and can't break a 4th. Hurd out to the 40-yard line, and he could have been a lot more.
You know, if a man breaks 3 tackles and you're the 4th one to hit him, I don't believe I'd be running my mouth to him. And the Delta State defender was doing that right then.
I'm all for emotion and getting into the game, but well, we're well past that point now here on 3rd down and long. Hurd moves up to beside Hunter. He'll take the snap, trying to line up the long ball. Throws underneath, complete to Ashton Hurd. Hurd breaks a tackle across midfield to the 40, skips past the man, and he picks up the first down, or close to it. That should be a first down from here, it looks like.
He just drifted out of backfield there. Didn't have pressure, so he didn't have to stand in his personal protector, caught the pass, and a little spin move to get an extra 3 or 4 yards there at the end.
I give him 10 for 10 on that effort.
Yes, sir.
And North Greenville picks up the 3rd down and 21. Quite a play there from Ashton Hurd. Been battling through injuries this season and last. Now North Greenville first down and 10 from the Delta State 37. Hand off to Hurd. Feed him up the middle. Hurd inside the 30, down to the 27. Feed the man. Keep him moving.
Just like that wrestler, feed me more. A couple of hits on that running back, he just gets faster and stronger.
I heard one of those products out of the 2A powerhouse down in Abbeville.
Yes, sir. One of the best ever played down there. And one of the best ever played right here in North Greenville as well.
3 receivers to the left. Hunter will bring 1 in motion. They'll hand off Hurd up the middle. Met from behind and still pushing, and they'll throw him to the turf. And did I see a flag? There should be one.
I thought I saw one as well, but it must have been a football or a hand either on the other side.
Well, no flags on that, even though that one might have been a little late. And now Ansley has an update with here with North Greenville driving.
as with any game, parent can say that they are happy to be in the game at this point. But you have to keep in mind today is senior day and it's homecoming day. And this senior class was the most winningest class in school history. So alongside with the family and the friends who are here who want to get this victory, so do these seniors to continue that title.
Pass incomplete there, intended for number 2. Tracy Scott trying to drop him out of the backfield. And the most winningest class in history for North Greenville football.
Didn't realize that. These seniors have been a part of some great years of football.
And North Greenville football has only existed full-time since 1988. 4th down here for North Greenville. Crusaders going for it on 4th and 1. Or thinking about it at least. 3 receivers right. They got Tracy Scott in the backfield. Play clock down to 10. Hunter takes a snap. He'll look to pass. Pumps once, throws, and incomplete.
I believe he wanted Hilton, but Hilton wasn't in position or either misstepped there as his feet came out from under him. But, you know, defense has been playing a little better. We've kept them out of the end zone a couple of times, forced a turnover. I'm okay with that right there. We got a 3-point lead. I'm okay with going for that 4th. Wish we could have converted.
So Delta State will take over right around their own 30. They'll take over from their own 29 where the ball's spotted down. So now let's see how the Delta State offense handles things. Their second possession here of the second half. Man goes in motion. Pass is complete, setting up the wide receiver screen to the far side. It's Chambers again. Chambers with his 8th catch of the game. Picks up around 3 yards, 2nd down.
Travis Beatty as well as number 14, Worthy over there. Make sure he didn't get it turned upfield.
2nd down and a long 8 for Delta State. Handoff to Robinson. That one might have been held a little too long as North Greenville pursues and brings him down at the 34. So pickup of a couple more. Gain of, looks like 2, bring up 3rd down.
Seth Lauder had a hand in on that as well as Brandon Berger.
Well, now look at that. Delta State's got another new quarterback. They got that's number 9, Brett Ruddick. That's who we expected to see at the start of the game. Ruddick is in the game. 2 receivers right, 2 left for Ruddick. Robinson in the backfield, shifting to the left. North Greenville dialing up the pressure. Ruddick looks to throw, now forced to scramble. Trying to cut back right. Breaks free of the tackle, but not the second. Sacked behind the line by number 88 for North Greenville. How about Devon Turman?
Turman out there getting a little bit of defensive duty and doing a good job.
Turman listed as a tight end, and it looks like he's packed on a little bit more muscle too.
He may have said, Coach, I want to hit somebody. Blocking ain't enough. I want to hit somebody. He showed good form there. The wrestling coach may want to talk to him as he rolled him up in a pinning situation.
Now punting situation here for Sam Barge and Delta State. North Greenville comes for the block. Barge gets a end-over-end kick. Hilton will return this one. Breaking a couple tackles across the 45 to the 47 for North Greenville here.
Hilton is very brave and very shifty as he's able to slice and dice in there and pick up some extra yardage, get us up close to midfield.
So North Greenville forces the 3 and out. And interesting strategy played by Delta State. The backup, Colin Willis, the entire first half he played, and now Breck Ruddick has made an appearance here in the second half. Only 2nd drive for Delta State that time.
Yeah, not sure if it was some kind of injury issue or maybe Willis just had a better week of practice, but Willis was very effective.
1st and 10 now for NGU from their own 47-yard line. Hunter takes a snap, a handoff Tracy Scott running right side. Scott across midfield with a hole down inside the 45 to the 44. 9-yard gain. No flags, 2nd down.
Good job at the right side of the line there. Getting downfield, getting some folks pushed out of the way.
Right side of the line there for North Greenville. You got number 56, Cameron Stepp, and Casey Stewart.
2nd and 1 for the Crusaders. Ball on the Statesmen 44.
Second down and 1 now, 3 receivers to the left. They'll bring Foose in motion. Tuck him in behind the line to the left, handoff Scott up the middle. Knocking his way down to the 40, and another lineman's helmet comes off.
I think it's Gage Smith. Not sure what he said just then.
That was a first down, North Greenville. If he was announcing over the loudspeaker that player to come out, we already knew that.
Either that or he wanted tater tots with his chicken strips.
I'll have the tater tots. My wife has already ordered the Lankenstein. First and 10 now, handoff to Scott. Stumbles a little bit, keeps his footing though, and gets down to the 37 for a pickup of around 4.
Terrell Brown got him by the ankles, able to trip him up.
Second and 7.
Not much time in the huddle. North Greenville was ready to go.
And trying to huddle up, keep this Delta State offense on the field as much as possible. 3 receivers right, 1 left here. Sanders matched up to the left side again. Checking that hard count again. Tracy Scott still in the backfield. Scott 9 rushes for 55 yards and a touchdown for North Greenville today. 5:55 left to go in the third quarter. Handoff Scott. Tripped up at the line and brought down for a 1-yard loss.
Number 37, Zach Linkus. He's able to get in there and get a hand on the ankle and make a tackle. Actually, a tackle for loss.
Third down now for North Greenville, and they need 8. 3 right, 1 left at receiver. Trying to see if they can get somebody open in space. Hunter calling for the snap. It's a hard count again. Tristan Jackson shifting in, being the third down back. They'll move him up beside Hunter. Hunter in the gun, takes a snap, looks to pass. Here comes the pressure. Hunter throws down the field to the right side, and incomplete. He was looking for Robbie Brown, who was all alone over there.
Yeah, Brown more toward the sideline, but the pass was going almost like he was going to a mark. Might have been a miscommunication on the play.
Fourth down now from the Delta State 39. Here comes Foose out on for the punt. Trying to pin Delta State back deep again. Jamoral Graham back deep to return. Good snap to Foose. Delta State doesn't rush anybody. Foose high end over end kick. Delta State will let it go, and North Greenville downs it at the 2. Great special teams play there by North Greenville.
I believe that's number 33 who was down there to make that catch. Ali Shockley. Shockley down there sliding up and under, making the catch. He could have signaled fair catch himself.
And Foose with the 37-yard punt downed inside the 10 at the 2. Backs Delta State up. And they're in the shadow of their own end zone. Now an opportunity here for North Greenville to really cause some damage for Delta State. First and 10. Ruddick still in there. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. He'll try and quarterback keep it. Run him left side, and he doesn't go anywhere. His helmet comes off as he's brought down for no gain.
May have a little bit too much hair under that helmet.
Yeah, he got the
Number 9 for Delta State, Hunter came off their play before he left lead the game for 1 play.
They didn't tell us that in first half, but now they're going to tell us.
Yeah. And now it's not like we've seen Colin Willis before. Here he is again. Lines up in the gun, takes a snap, handoff to Robinson. Robinson gets out across the 5, now out across the 10. Just drags the defense with him. Ball comes out, but he's ruled down. And Delta State out of trouble, first down and 10.
His back was on the ground when the ball came out.
Robinson, in no way he's 196.
No.
They must have weighed him in the summer. 2 receivers right here. Willis stays in the game. Handoff to Robinson. Run him up the middle. Falls forward for 2 across the 15 to the 16. Second down.
Defense now just trying to get a stop. Give up one first down, but you want to stop them here, make them punt. Getting down to the 4-minute mark, third quarter.
Chauncey Haney makes the stop on that one. Second down here as they'll go Wildcat. Robinson up the middle again and picks up around 4 yards, and they'll set Delta State up with a third down and short. They could just run Robinson the whole game so far. He's pretty much been the guy.
You know, you get a back, give me 4 yards tote, yeah. Let him do it.
Robinson 16 yards shy of 100 on the day. Third down here as they'll hand off to Robinson again, running right side, gets a block, spun down by Brandon Berger, but not before he reaches the 30 and the first down.
Did a good job kind of running down the line of scrimmage and then cutting it upfield to get first down yardage.
This is going to be the ground and pound drive for Delta State. They're going to keep it on the ground and try to make North Greenville stop them. So far, they can't. And Robinson, he's in charge of the offense now. He's wildcatting it. And this time he's brought down behind the line. Somebody shot the gap for North Greenville, and it looks like number 95, Johnny Birch.
Johnny on the spot.
Good call. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Second down and 11 after the negative yardage against Delta State. One receiver to the left, two to the right. They put Willis back in at quarterback. No motion that's number 6 out of the backfield. Now Willis all day to throw, forced to scramble, throws and incomplete. Intended for Peterson, who I was trying to think of, who switched back in. And that'll bring up third down.
Johnny Birch hustling. He's over to recover that incomplete pass just in case it was ruled a catch as it fell to the ground.
On this drive, Chris Robinson just rushed it for Delta State 5 straight times.
Yeah, don't do him wildcat. He does better with the quarterback giving it to him for some reason.
Third down and 11 for Delta State. 4 wide set. 2 left, 2 right. Willis drops back to pass, looking over the middle. Now goes right. Down the field, man open, and it is intercepted and then broken up. Receiver having to turn defender there as Willis threw it right to a North Greenville defender.
Travis Beatty over there. Beatty almost hauled that thing in.
Willis Chambers coming in at the last second to jar the ball loose. And Delta State sends the special teams back out. Sam Barge on to kick it away. Hilton back deep to return. Boy, that sun's in full force now.
It is. I should have brought my sunscreen.
North Greenville brushes 3, and they almost get the block. They hit the punter, no flags. Hilton calls for the fair catch. And a few Delta State fans want a flag.
Don't know if the punter's doing his act and trying to get a Emmy, but or Oscar, he's walking out the field right now, very slow. Waved the trainers off.
Hilton called for the fair catch at the 36, so next drive up for North Greenville, still leading by 3, 17-14 over Delta State. 2:28 to play in the third.
Let's see if we can regain some offensive momentum here.
Hurd will come in for this drive at tailback, the right side of Hunter. 4 receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Hunter will look to pass, look to the right, throws that way, pass complete and upended after a 7-yard gain. Number 9, Christian Bruce.
Number 3 made that tackle.
And he's
Graham,
down.
I think he may have winded himself.
he hit Bruce, and Bruce was still looking to get going.
Delta State trainers coming out to him. They get him up on his feet now, going to walk him off the field. Pretty sure either rung that bell or got the wind out of him a little bit.
North Greenville approaching 300 yards of total offense. Delta State right up next to 200. And as expected, the stat sheet stays true again. North Greenville leaning toward the spread that they like to use. 219 passing yards on the ground. Delta State with 112 rushing yards.
Let's see if we can add to our totals.
4 receiver set again. Now they bring Foose in motion. They'll tuck him in behind the line over to the right side. Handoff Hurd up the middle. Hurd with a hole across midfield. Gets some blockers up front and wrapped up at the 39.
When he saw that open and Hurd put his foot to the floor, gassed that thing up, and picked up big-time yardage.
Yeah, when Hurd is such a great downhill runner, when he gets the handoff with a full head of steam, he almost gone.
Yes, sir.
1st and 10 for North Greenville from the Statesmen 39. 3 receivers set to the right. Now they bring Foose in motion to the left. Hunter takes it. Handoff Hurd up the middle. Hurd spin move right into a linebacker. Still trying to get going. Can't. And he's tackled at the 36 after a 2-yard pickup. Second down.
Tried to follow in behind Bobby Foose there, but just had too much pressure coming from the Delta State defense.
You got to give credit to Gage Smith, who's checked back in after his helmet came off on the last series, as well as Caleb Harris over there on the left side. They have been, after that first quarter of play, they have been able to handle the Delta State line a little bit better.
It's almost like they just had to kind of feel them out, see what they had.
Hunter fakes the handoff, looks to throw, is going to airmail it deep, has a man, and overshoots him again.
Referee at least reached for his flag there as our receiver was held, and we got a flag down in the backfield. Late hit or a hold.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 54 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, they've been living on the edge, laying the wood to our quarterbacks just as they let go to football. That time they got caught with it.
And Will Hunter has got to, he's campaigning for Player of the Game awards, and he's doing it the hard way. He has been taking shot after shot after shot.
Had to leave the game for a few series in the first half. Good to see him back out there.
And that moves the ball down to the Delta State 21 for North Greenville. 1st down and 10. Receiver comes in motion from right to left, handoff Hurd up the middle, bounces off the lineman, and gets driven to the turf at the 19, pick up a 2. Under a minute to go here in the third.
Tough yardage down there. Good thing when we flip the field, quarterback Hunter will have the sun at his back. Bad thing, our receivers, it's going to be in their eyes.
North Greenville going to let some time tick off the clock here before they try and snap it again. Hunter gets everybody set, checks a hard count, 10 on the play clock. 2 receivers right, 1 left for him. Hurd still in at tailback. Handoff Ashton Hurd, running right side. Hurd with another gap to the 15. Blockers out front, inside the 5, down to the 4, and another first down. Can they get lined up and run another play?
Maybe so. Hurd was on the field a good 2.5, maybe 3 seconds before the clock stopped.
Clock signaled start, and North Greenville not lining up, so that looks to send us to the 4th quarter. Clock down to 1 second, and the teams will head to their sidelines. So we'll switch ends of the field. 4th quarter coming up. North Greenville with a 3-point lead over the Statesmen from Delta State, trying to add to that. We'll have it 1st down and goal when we come back to bring you the 4th quarter between Delta State and North Greenville here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Joining us at today's game. We are truly honored to have you as our guest today and say thank you for your service and sacrifice for our freedom. Thank you to all of our United States military. Now, NGU students, it's about time for the Fat Frenzy. Look out, Dr. Fan is making his way from the president's box to one of his favorite spots to watch the game, the student section. Get ready for his famous high fives and cheers to get you ready for the 4th quarter. You might even make his Facebook post this week. There he is. Take it away, Fat Frenzy.
Welcome back to Yount Stadium. Final home game of this season for North Greenville, and it is homecoming 2017. Teams lining up. 1st down and goal from the left end zone in front of the field house. From the 4-yard line, North Greenville trying to add to a 3-point lead over Delta State here at the start of the 4th quarter. Hunter will get things lined up. Hurd in the backfield. They'll bring a right side receiver in motion. Fake the handoff to Hurd. Hunter rolls out. Pass is complete.
Nice.
Diving for it. Touchdown, North Greenville. And touchdown for Harold Hilton.
Hilton reversed his motion, got out there in the flat, extended to make the catch. Nice job. I thought Hunter was going to bootleg it and run it in himself, but he saw Hilton there and got him the football. Fed him the pumpkin, adding to the lead. Let's see if we can run it to 10 points.
That is a much-deserved touchdown for Harold Hilton. And now here comes Matt Gravely out for the PAT. Kicking out of the hole to Jordan Helms. Calls for the snap. Down. Kick is up. And it is good. Gravely puts North Greenville up 24-14. Over Delta State. Got some scores from around the upstate of South Carolina right now. Actually, Clemson on the road at NC State, tied at 14 in the second quarter. NC State not going to let them go quietly after last year's game. Wofford and UT Chattanooga tied at 14. So the Terriers in action today. Also, one of the, another game that had a very interesting score, Missouri. Absolutely all over Florida, 45-16, and just got word the Gators have fired yet another coach. That second part's not true, but Florida did lose.
Wouldn't surprise me. There's some smells coming out of the swamp right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Florida can fire 2 coaches and Tennessee can't get rid of 1. Also, Penn State and Michigan, they're playing right now, but they have been in a delay for quite some time. As watching College Game Day this morning, it started pouring, and I mean pouring, about 30 minutes before kickoff there. Kickoff here from Yount Stadium will be returnable for Delta State across the 20, and the ball comes free, and Delta State able to fall back on it just in time. And there's a couple players down, everybody umpiling, and there's still 1 Statesman down.
Yeah, big man come in there. I think the scrum for the football, and may have took a shot to his left leg, looks like.
So Delta State coughing up the football again, but North Greenville not able to capitalize on that one. While the injured Statesman is attended to. Also final from in the Big Ten, Wisconsin all over Indiana. May I say the next one? I know it's not a particular favorite.
I can't see your screen, so yeah.
No, Auburn beats Texas A&M 42-27. And after the injured Statesman he's up and walking off the field. That's their tailback, number 6, Peterson.
Ooh.
And NC State is taking the lead from Clemson. So we're still waiting for the Delta State offense to get back to the field. North Greenville ready to go. I'll tell you what, I think UMass has a pretty good team this year. Their record doesn't indicate. They only lost to Mississippi State by 11, 34-23.
Not bad for them.
Tied at 7, Georgia and South Carolina, the #1 team in the country, the Bulldogs, that is.
Yep.
Back to action here from Yount Stadium. Ruddick back in the ball game. Pass complete to the far side, number 1. Myers hauls it in. Wrapped up for a short gain.
Matthew Thomas over there to make the stop. Matthew is a hustler on defense.
Second down now coming up. 1 receiver right, 2 to the left. Ruddick takes a snap, handoff to Robinson. Big hole up the middle, now to the left side. Robinson picks up the Statesman, first down. And now here's Ansley with another word from the sideline.
up to 73 degrees down here on the field. The guys are making sure that they're getting lots of water down on the field, but so has their energy. That has also risen. The fans, the players, they're getting excited. A little update on the player number 6 for Delta State that just walked off. He was holding his left knee as he was walking off. I'll see what I can find out for you guys, but until then, it's getting heated down here.
Thanks, Ansley. And speaking of heated, there goes Robinson again. He's finally bumped out of bounds at the NGU 45, but that's another thing we have forgotten to mention. We didn't think the sun would be coming out today, but it is in full force here in the 4th quarter, and this is artificial turf here at Young Stadium, and that's going to make it a good 10 degrees warmer down there.
Yes, sir. A little bit extra heat off that field, and the humidity with them. You know, weather guys predicting rain. More humidity, more temperature.
Yeah, we can feel it up here, and it is a lot worse down there. 1st and 10 for Delta State. The Statesmen offense is woken back up. Ruddick, handoff to Robinson, bounces free of one tackler, loses his balance, and falls forward for no gain.
Brandon Berger. Good impact there. It's the impact alone was able to bring down the running back, Robinson.
How about Ohio State and Iowa tied at 17 in the 2nd?
Go Iowa.
Right there with you here on 2nd down and 11. Ruddick fakes the handoff on the sweep. Looks to go long, forced to scramble up. Takes off to the 45, 40. One man to beat and bumps him down at the 38. And he falls to the 36.
And Matthew Thomas may have saved a touchdown right there. Ruddick had some room.
And I'm not sure why Ruddick didn't play the first half. He looked fine on that run.
Not sure if he missed a practice or something, or
maybe it was some kind of team-imposed suspension for a half or something. 3rd down and 1 here for Delta State. Ruddick on the keeper, left side, gets the 1st down and down to the 29.
Still some stuff carrying on after plays.
This Delta State offense has not scored for 2 straight quarters, and all of a sudden their offense has come to life.
Almost like the big boys had to catch their breath. Big boys on that line they have.
They started off great, scoring 14 straight, haven't scored since the 1st quarter. Here's a handoff to Peterson, so good to see he's not terribly hurt, and he picks up 9. And he's slung out of bounds, and there's a flag.
Yeah, that carried too far out of bounds. When I saw that kind of unraveling, I was afraid we'd get a flag.
But not the times before.
That one, this call I agree with.
Yeah, that one is.
When you get more than 3 steps out of bounds, you need to be letting go.
Yeah,
or trying to cushion the landing of the offensive guy.
And time to stop. Well, Delta State looking good here for the touchdown. They'll have it 1st down and 10 from the 11, so not quite 1st and goal. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Robinson, he's in the Wildcat again. He'll take off, run him left side. They pull a guard over there to open up a hole. Robinson down to the 3, and he's slung down out of bounds again. I guess the good thing is that the artificial turf, it doesn't stop at the sideline. It continues on for about a good 5 yards beyond.
Same footing and same field when you land.
So 2nd down and 2 here. Delta State can pick up the 1st down without scoring. They'll Wildcat Robinson again, run him left side, trying to squeeze through a hole, and he rocks up standing into the end zone. And so the scoring drought will come to an end for Delta State. Touchdown, Statesmen. And we're a PAT away from making it a 3-point ball game again.
Their offensive unit did score, but those guys look winded down there for Delta State. Trailing with 2 scores, they're going to try to come up with a stop and another drive, just like what they was able to do.
And now here comes number 83. Been a while since we called Vince Sharada. Snap is down, booted up, and it is good, and we are back to a 3-point ball game. Delta State only down 3, 24-21. To North Greenville, 11-14 to go here in the 4th quarter. Robinson Well, it wasn't too long ago. He was at 87 yards. Now he's up to 144. He's got 144 of the team's 180 rush yards.
Wow.
Tell you how good Robinson has been for Delta State today. And I would not be surprised if we just see him wildcat it for the rest of the game.
I wouldn't myself.
Will Hunter has amassed 211 yards for 2 touchdowns. Ashton Hurd has overtaken Scott to lead North Greenville in rushing, 78 yards for Hurd, 57 for Scott. Christian Bruce is over 100 yards receiving today for NGU at 103 and a touchdown.
He's had several great catches, had one just out of his reach.
And now Sherrata on for the kickoff. Hilton back deep for North Greenville. And Matthew Thomas as well. Or no, that's number 5. That is Bryant, who has been back to return today. Sherrata boots it to the near side. He's going to give Hilton another crack at it. Hilton up the middle, cuts it to the right side. Continues going to the right side. Not much room as he's escorted out of bounds as he crosses the 30. And there's a flag down.
Deontay Bryant, after he saw Hilton make that catch, came upfield. Now, it wasn't the best block, but if your block frees the guy with the ball, I don't care if you're sitting there reading him a book.
Holding called against North Greenville on the return.
I don't believe that's on Bryant, one I was just bragging about. He more or less took the brunt of the hit from the defender, but was able to slow him down enough to give Hilton some running room.
First down and 10 from the 7 after the penalty. 11:07 to play in the ball game. North Greenville leading by 3, 24-21.
And we know Delta State's going to be bringing the heat. That defensive line's done a good job getting pressure. They've been bringing up 7. If they stack the box with 7 right here, fire that thing deep and hope for the best.
Because you can beat them on the outside.
Yes.
You've been doing it all day.
We can outrun them.
They're going to load it up with, they're going to put 7. They're going to put 5 on the line. Handoff to Scott, running right. Scott out across the 10, dives out of bounds close to the 15. So even with 5 up on the line, Scott's still able to get positive yardage.
And that does get a little bit more cushion there in case something does happen. Gives the right a little bit more room to run around. If I had Robbie Brown over here isolated one-on-one on the home sideline, got a safety playing behind them, but he's trying to pick up the slot man, so I think Robbie'd be left alone.
Give Scott 7. It's 2nd down and 3. 2 receivers to the left. Hunter takes it. Hand off Scott up the middle. Trying to get the first down. Gets a shove from behind. And tackled at the 17, right at the first down, depending on his forward momentum. First down.
Without measuring. I thought they'd at least bring sticks out.
Yeah.
But we'll take it out. Thank you very much.
First and 10 from the 18. Something this drive can do if North Greenville can keep picking up these first downs on these little plays like this. This can kill a lot of time.
Yes, sir.
2 receivers again to the left. Hunter will left side handoff to Scott. Scott with a gap out across the 25 and keeps those legs turning across the 30. First down NGU.
Just keep rolling up those first downs. Move this thing on down the field. Very methodical drive would be good right now. They just had a young man from Delta State. He started to the sideline and just collapsed.
Yeah.
Went down holding his left side. Didn't pass out. The young man still looks conscious, but he just went straight to the field holding his left side. Not sure what his number is.
Well, thankfully, he's right there close to the sideline, so it didn't take the trainers long to reach him as time has been called. And they're going to need to reset the clock. A lot of time elapsed off of it. The time of possession so far for this game has been slightly in favor of North Greenville. 25 minutes, 6 seconds to 23 minutes, 40 seconds of Delta State. So Crusaders got the edge in the time of possession, but not by much.
That's actually Brandon Tillman, the young man who I would vote their defensive player of the game. who collapses back up on his feet over to the sideline. They're going to tend to him some more over there. Just freaky looking the way he went down.
Yeah, it's always a little worrying here about players collapsing at practice for unknown reasons. Good to see he's okay, but it's really scary when a guy goes down by himself like that.
It is.
9:52 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hunter brings a receiver in motion, and whistle and a flag.
If those listening on the radio, when I said he's holding his left side, holding down around his stomach area. It wasn't, upper chest or anything like that. It was down around his stomach, so not sure.
False start called against North Greenville, so I'll back him up 5 yards back to the 25. A couple of good runs here by Tracy Scott have got the North Greenville offense in a rhythm, but penalties again hurting NGU. That is their 5th. Or no, that's their 9th penalty. Tight end goes in motion. It's Helms over to the left side. Hunter will hand off to Scott. That's Hurd with a hole across the 35-40, and he picks up all the yardage and more. First down, NGU. No flags.
Just keep moving those chains.
Yeah, this has been a really penalty-heavy game, but only one team. North Greenville, 9 penalties. Delta State, 3.
Not the kind of home cooking you want.
First down and 10 from the NGU 45. Hunter checks the hard count. They've got a tight end, Helms, stacking up on the right side of the line. Hurd stays in the ball game. Hunter looks to pass, pump fakes once, throws down the sideline, and it is hauled in. No, it's not. Incomplete, out of bounds.
That's right, they were going to get us for offensive interference areas. We did have a little contact from our receiver who had the defender in front of him. He had to slow down to make the catch.
Harold Hilton did catch it, but out of bounds.
A couple of penalties took some of his total yards from him, and getting out of bounds right there.
It took a big return from him on the very first play of the game. Second down and 10 now, still from the NGU 45. 3 receivers now to the right. Hunter will bring one in motion. They'll run Scott right side. Delta State breaks through. There goes Scott across midfield. Gets a blocker out front and almost had the first down. He picks up 9. Got wrapped up by his leg.
That offensive line for North Greenville is taking over this ball game right now.
Tyrell Brown with the shoestring tackle on Scott. Now third down and 1. Got to make sure you get the first down here.
Let Jackson get it.
Delta State is going to load up 5 on the line. They'll stack up 8 total in the box here. Now make it 9. They're expecting run. Hunter fakes the handoff, throws, pass is complete to the open man, and that will be a North Greenville first down. Pass complete to DeMaje Rooks.
Nice job. Callum expecting run. They just knew for sure Tristan Jackson was coming up the middle, and Rooks on the side makes that catch, gets out of bounds. Most importantly, moves the chains, and we're under 8 minutes to go in this ball game.
Clock continues to run almost halfway through the quarter. 2 receivers to the right, Brown and Rooks. Rooks lining up in the slot. Nobody here on the left side. Tight end coming in into the backfield. That's Helms now. He'll split out wide to the left. Hunter takes a snap, and more whistles and flags.
So one offensive lineman pointing at himself. So he was taking the blame on that one.
And both these offensive have been very well disciplined. These are only the first few false start penalties of the whole game.
And part of that could be fatigue sitting in both teams.
Kind of unfortunate. The only time an offensive lineman gets called out is when there's a penalty on him. So trying to shine some good light on the lineman. Hunter in the pistol, hand off to Scott, run him right. Gets a good block there from Helms. He's tripped up. Number 10, I think that was Chandler Ector, got him by the feet again. Scott picks up 2, maybe 3, second down.
Casey Stewart was out in front of him trying to fend off 2 would-be tacklers. And
he can do it. He is well prepared.
Yes, he is. Thing I like, we are working that clock. It's under 7 minutes now.
Yeah, this drive's already taken 3+ minutes. And Coach Farrington trying to take his time, but knowing that end result needs to be points.
Yes, sir.
Receiver comes in motion. It's Rooks to the left side. Hunter takes it. They'll roll out to his left. Here comes pressure. He throws. Pass is complete to Rooks. Short gain, though, but right to the 35. Third down coming up.
Another catch hard to make right there. Rooks had to get both hands up above his head. Kind of an awkward turn as he was able to pull that thing in. Did stop the clock. No, it's still running. 6:23 now.
North Greenville needs 8 to keep the drive alive.
Sanders and Brown wide right.
Hunter will check down the hard count. Tristan Jackson back in here on third down. Delta State stacking up 8 in the box again as Hunter drops back. Forced to scramble. Here comes the heat. Hunter will go down back at the 40.
Just too many white shirts coming at him right there. They had 5 up on the line. 4 of them got in there. And sometimes you just can't fend them all off.
Credit 97, Josh Bradford on the sack there for Delta State. Now, Foose on to kick it again in Delta State territory, see if he can pin them deep.
Yeah, the last punt, he had somebody field it down there at the 2-yard line. That'd be nice to see another one of those right here.
See if Delta State, they haven't rushed the punter much all day. They will bring 3, and they will stop short as Foose. End-over-end kicks, going to stop short at about the 10. Still a good kick from Foose.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to force Delta State to have to go 90 yards.
And once again, Bobby, with that nice touch, if the receiver didn't make the fair catch, that football was going to hit and maybe go about 5 yards to the good.
So North Greenville hanging on to a 3-point lead, 24-21, 5:12 left to go in the fourth quarter.
You know, Bobby Foose can place a golf ball like he does a football with punts. He may have another venue to get into at graduation.
Well, he's doing what he's doing here at North Greenville, what he did at Chesney, playing both tight end and punter.
It's still part of the baseball team?
I don't believe so.
He's very good at both sports. He's one of those guys that in high school, just whatever he played, he was good.
Hand off to Chris Robinson to open up this drive for Delta State. Dives forward for 3 yards. I'll bring up second down for the Statesmen. And they've got under 5 minutes, but if Chris Robinson can keep doing what he's doing pretty much all game, they can be knocking on the door toward the end of this thing. Ruddick still in at quarterback, handoff Robinson. They'll run him left side. They pull a guard over there. Robinson, big hole across the 20, tackled up around the head, and lucky that wasn't a face mask. He does get the first down to the 24, or a horse collar for that matter.
That was Shockley on that tackle, just reaching out whatever he can grab a hold of, and must have just had his hand on the helmet. And since he wasn't delivering punch type hit, they able to get by with it.
So first down and 10 Delta State from the 24. See if they go Robinson again. Ruddick dials it up, handoff Robinson. Gets met at the line, and he's not going anywhere. He gets 1 to the 25, and that's it.
Yeah, hard at the line right there, not giving him much to work with at all.
They credit the tackle to Brandon Berger. He was initially held up by, can't tell if that is number 88, Terman, yes.
The Terminator.
Second down and 9 now for Delta State. They send Peterson out in the flat, right receiver screen, pass complete. And not a lot of real estate, but a 5-yard pickup out there for Delta State. And it's tough to see over there now.
And Delta State's really just kind of being workmanlike with this drive. No sense of urgency with them just yet, but we only have 3.5 minutes to go in this game.
And it's third down for Delta State, and they're still dialing in the play from the sideline. Now they get set. 2 receivers left, 2 right here. Ruddick changing the play at the line. Drops back in the gun. Takes a snap, low snap. He'll look to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle. Pass is complete, wide open at midfield. A shot delivered, but a big first down there for Cliff Fernandez.
They haven't thrown many across the middle, had not gone to the tight end any today, but Fernandez coming through when he had to. 6'5", 252 for that tight end.
North Greenville's going to need to force a turnover, otherwise Delta State's just going to continue to wear down the defense. Handoff Robinson up the middle. Or no, that's Peterson. He busts through, hanging on to that football and falls down after a 12-yard pickup.
Now you can tell that since they've crossed midfield, Delta State's kind of picking up the momentum
It's
here.
hammered down now.
Yeah. Quickly to the line of scrimmage.
2 receivers left, Ruddick in the gun. Takes a snap, handoff Peterson. Dancing around, cuts up the middle, and to the 29.
And North Greenville not letting him get too far upfield with that one. Well within field goal range, though, but you know they're thinking more than that.
Yeah, they want to try and win this one outright. 2.5 minutes to go.
There's a snap, give to Robinson, number 6. He's caught behind the line, but this stretches out forward. Might have picked up a yard, maybe a yard and a half over there.
Well, he's so tall, though.
And Matthew Thomas was in on the tackle, and he waved to the sideline that he needed some help. It looks like it may be a leg cramp issue with him. In a humid day like this, even though the guys are hydrating, they're probably not hydrating quite as much because the calendar says November.
That's right, yeah. Trying to see if I can pick out Serrata's field goal career long. Don't see anything that says anything that would confirm what I'm looking for. But to give you an idea how good he is, he ranks 4th all time in the Gulf South Conference in scoring overall in kicking.
Matthew Thomas not putting much weight at all on that foot. Leaning on one of the trainers, one of the coaches, more so than he is that leg, actually carrying that right leg up now, so maybe more a cramp issue.
And look for Delta State to go right to the spot where Thomas was, one of those veteran cornerbacks. Now Delta State might try to pick on the replacement. 3rd down, though, for the Statesmen here, and whistles. Timeout, NGU.
If Farrington didn't like something he saw there, he came flying down the sideline to get that official get that timeout called. He beat Nick Saban's time.
Yeah, Farrington's got a good 40 time. He can get down the sideline if he needs to in a hurry.
My 40 time is on a John Deere cutting the back part of the yard. The lower 40 feet.
And getting a report that the career long for Sherrata is 54 yards. So
good
well
leg.
within range.
Yeah. Both teams still huddled up now after this North Greenville timeout. Farrington's actually talking to the officials. Maybe this verifying number of timeouts been taken by both schools.
Okay, correction. We still don't know Sherrata's career long, but the longest field goal for Delta State has been 54 yards.
Okay.
But either way, considering how many points Sherrata has scored in his career, it's definitely well within range here from the 27. Still
Yes,
3rd down, though, and they're going to wildcat Robinson. Run him left side, up the middle. And he has the 1st down again. Down to the 22.
1st down, but they hadn't stopped the clock yet. Now they stop it at 1:48. Several seconds ran off there at the end of that play where Lewis Melke would have stopped the clock immediately.
Now Delta State now with plenty of time from the NGU 22. They dial up the heat. Hand off Robinson, run him right side. Lots of space there for Robinson. Down inside the 10-5 and upended at the 4. Delta State 1st down and goal.
Shockley, number 33, along with Cam Rice over there to save that touchdown.
Well, now it doesn't matter a field goal. Delta State's thinking touchdown.
Oh, yeah. They'd rather have that 4-point advantage with the extra point here.
Ruddick will line it up in the pistol. Robinson behind him. Hand off Chris Robinson, run him left side. Stumbles and gets down to the 3.
Ran into the back of one of his offensive linemen, lost his footing there. Seelfeld was able to fall forward, or in this case backward, as he spun around running backward.
Timeout called should be Delta State. They still had all 3 of their timeouts. Or no, that's North Greenville takes the timeout.
Probably going to try to set defense for this one and the following play if North Greenville was able to hold them.
That leaves NGU with 1 timeout. Delta State still with their full complement of 3 here with 1:13 to go in the ball game. North Greenville, a 3-point lead in jeopardy, as both teams have found the end zone here in the 4th quarter. Delta State scoring 14 in the first, North Greenville 17 in the second. Neither team able to put any points up on the board in the 3rd. And both teams posting up a touchdown. Delta State trying to put up 1 more.
Right here just thinking, hold them on 2nd, hold them on 3rd, make them kick the field goal, and then see what we can do with them in overtime.
Or if you can get down the field in time, should it come to that. Gravely's has a pretty good leg.
Yes, sir.
Probably his range would be, well, mentioned it earlier, the 35, but that's in case Delta State can score here. Ruddick takes a snap, handoff Chris Robinson up the middle, fights down to the 1, and he's brought down.
So close to getting in there.
Now all Robinson has to do is fall forward as there's timeout again. And that is all the timeouts for North Greenville.
Part of that's trying to get that defense set. Part of it is stop that clock, try to save a little bit of time in case they do punch it in here.
That is also true. So see what North Greenville could be thinking ahead to the next drive if they can hold Delta. Should Delta State punch it in, which all at this point, Chris Robinson and his 183 yards, all he has to do is fall forward and he's in.
Yes, sir. They may bring in all those giants from over there, big 6'10" guy.
That's 385 pound too?
Yeah.
Man.
McNamara.
Why do they feed these kids in Mississippi?
Yeah. Mass quantities of consumables.
Apparently. All right, it's go time now for both teams. From the 1, Delta State 3rd and goal. Robinson, guess what? He's going to wildcat it. North Greenville loads up the box. Robinson takes a snap up the middle, and he stops short. No signal for the touchdown. It's 4th down.
Tried to go behind Sean Shanks, the big fullback, on that left wing over there, but he not able to get in. NGU defense holds.
And Delta State, all 3 of their timeouts, but they're trying to burn as much of this clock as they can. And got to do it one more time. 38 seconds.
They're going victory. They're not thinking field goal.
Ruddick now in the gun. Robinson to his left. Ruddick takes a snap. He'll keep it himself. He dives for the goal line. Falling forward, he's in. He should be in.
Yep.
Yes, he's in. Touchdown, Delta State.
Did a good job there. I thought he was going to get caught behind the line. We had him, and he's able to slither through and get over there. We had one guy hurt, or just slow. Everybody slow getting up.
They're trying to pick apart the pile. There is still a Crusader sitting down. Now he's up. Somebody else's helmet came off.
Didn't catch a number on that, a little jumbled. But it's going to leave them here to attempt their extra point.
So Sherrod is going to try and make it a 4-point ball game. Call for a snap, down, kick is up, it's blocked. Well, that's a big one.
That is big in so many ways.
North Greenville been coming off the edge all day, and they finally got a piece of one. No return on it. But still, what a block there for the special teams unit.
Gives the chance to get downfield and let Gravely try to tie it up and send this thing to overtime. And if they could have got a better bounce on that block, that ball was live, we could have scored 2 points right there.
I'll credit that block to Eddie Martin, number 40. I believe saw him coming out of the block pile.
Yeah, the E&E wrecking crew, Eddie Studevance and Eddie Martin.
Well, it's a 3-point ball game still, but Delta State now up 27-24. And it's going to come down largely what either Bryant or Hilton can do here on the return.
If I'm Delta State, I'm going to try to kick this thing in the back of the end zone for a touchback, make us go as far as possible. I bet they do a squib, though.
Probably trying to keep it away from Hilton. He's gotten 2 returns into Delta State territory today. Now, one got called back because of a block in the back, but still.
Kicking off for the Statesmen.
So let's see how far Sherrata can get this one downfield. From 35, Hilton and Bryant back to their own 5. Sherrata motions to his team, and he'll run up to the football and put a boot to it. Yeah, he will pooch it to the near side. It hangs up, though, for Hilton from the 12. Hilton across the 25 and bumped down at the 33, trying to find a middle lane there. No such doing. So 67 yards for North Greenville.
And in their own tackle, number 23, Brandon Tillman, the young man that went out with an injury earlier, that's been their defensive star this game.
Now 22.5 seconds, no timeouts, down 3, 67 yards to go.
Just got to remind everybody, get out of bounds, get the first down, stop the clock, be set to go. Cannot stop his clock with a timeout right now.
Delta State stacking up 5 players at midfield. Now everybody coming up. They don't want anything to get behind them. Hunter here takes a snap, stands in the pocket, don't want to get sacked. Hunter scrambles, throws, it is complete, and falling out of bounds, Robbie Brown for about a 5-yard pickup.
Robbie was hiding in the shadows over
there.
there,
Yeah, he was.
literally.
Never saw him.
I thought Hunter was just throwing it out of bounds. And wait, we got somebody over there.
Well, Delta State called a timeout, but everybody was lined up ready to go.
Even some of the defenders questioning, what are we doing? Big number 54, Brandon Gaddy. Both arms up in the air, like looking at his coaches, like, come on, let us finish this now. We know what to do. They did get good pressure that time on Hunter.
They did. So 15 seconds now.
Still time to think field goal if we can complete something. A couple of quick hits, about 15 yards a clip here. Or complete one deep, go with the old hook and ladder.
That'd be a good play as well. After today, only one more game left for both teams here today. Delta State has a game against Florida Tech, the Gulf South. North Greenville will head to West Alabama. Second down and 5 from the 38-yard line. Delta State putting only 3 up at the line. Everybody else is back in prevent. There's nobody guarding the receivers up close. Hunter takes a snap. He'll roll to his left. Here comes the heat after him. Hunter throws on the move. Pass complete to Bruce, out of bounds at the 42.
Good job. 9.5 seconds left on the clock. Hunter already barking out signals to his team as they're getting set.
Well, they're into Statesman territory. Move it back to the 43. Timeout. Delta State.
They're trying to get that defense set just like Farrington was earlier. They're spending those timeouts trying to help herself, not really helping us. They're just trying to help herself, but we are benefiting from it.
Yeah, that's a kind of a side effect, if you will, because this allows the coaching staff huddle up, get a few more plays relayed into Hunter to see if you don't like this one. Well, try this one, see if that one will work. And Greenville already taken up some more bumps. They need to get to the 35 to give them a chance. Anything inside that would be very helpful. I'm sure Gravely would appreciate it.
I believe I would send them wide receivers, trying to get field goal yardage, but send the back out of the backfield streaking down the middle of the field. They may not pick him up. Might be able to hit him here for the big one.
Yeah, that's right. We should see Tristan Jackson is in there now, but Scott and Hurd, they've got good hands. They can catch. 4 receiver set here from Hunter from the Delta State 43. Pressure off the edge. Hunter stands in, throws, pass is complete. Bruce falling out of bounds. And that will luckily stop the clock with 4 seconds left. There's 4 seconds left. I don't know if there's enough time to run another play.
May have to spike it. Or just take a shot at the end zone. They get set for the kick.
Yeah, here's Gravely out from the left hash from the 34. 51 from 51.
Delta State's confused. They don't have guys in the right position.
Gravely going for the tie. If he makes it, we're into overtime. Snap is down. Gravely boots it up. It's got the carry. And he got it.
Yes.
He got it.
Bonus football. And the crowd goes wild here at Yount Stadium. Seeing some of the spectators down there rubbing their chest, patting their heart. That did take all the time off the clock regulation, so we're going overtime. College football, each team gets a possession. You start at the 25-yard line. You go till you score or run out of plays. If you're able to get a touchdown, an extra point, the opposition has to match you to continue. After 3, and if it don't matter if they get field goals, whatever, after 3 overtimes.
Gotta go for 2.
Go for 2.
Is that after 2 overtimes or 3 overtimes?
After 3.
After 3.
Yep. And the 2 longest games in NCAA football history, Mississippi involved both of them.
I really hope we don't have a 7 overtime game.
Yep, my diet root beer supply is getting dangerously low. You're still good on your RC Cola, though.
So far.
Crowd really pumped up right now. Officials still huddling up at midfield. One captain from each team will be going out.
And it looks like North Greenville has selected Ashton Hurd. Well, now whose defense is the most rested and ready to go?
Then do you want to score and put the pressure on the opposing offense? Had a little bit of a break here. They put 3 minutes on the clock and run that down.
Yeah, so that's good. Take whatever you can get.
Looking down the sideline to see if I can find Matthew Thomas. I have not seen him. They did carry him to get him to the sideline, to the training table to work on him.
Man, how about that last drive just to give Gravely a shot?
Yes. Those moments you dream of as a kid, and he's able to do it. Brooks working that sideline, making those catches he did. Young man from Woodruff coming through with great style.
Hurd out to midfield. He'll meet up with, that's Chandler Ector for Delta State.
Big linebacker. This home crowd is fired up for bonus football.
Certainly a good one to have here for homecoming.
Yes, sir.
Coin toss now taking place to determine possession for the overtime. And Delta State has won it. They declined, so North Greenville gets the ball first.
Defense, North Greenville will be on offense.
There you go.
So just like regular football, you got 4 plays, move it 10 yards, or kick field goal, or you lose possession. Seen some of these where teams will try to do a little drive, get it downfield, and it might take them 11 plays, get it in the end zone, maybe 12. Other times you just see somebody pop a big play right off the bat, score, and say, okay, see what you got.
North Greenville on offense first, so that's about the right. I feel that's the right call to make. If you win the toss for overtime, you want to go defense first.
Yep, know what you got to beat.
So here's Hunter out back. Tracy Scott behind him. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Hunter brings a tight end in motion. That's Foosh. Drop him in behind the line. Hand off to Scott, running right side. Scott, nothing doing, loses a yard on the play.
The captain for Delta State that went out there for the coin toss, Ektor, he's able to make that tackle, number 10.
2nd down and 11 now coming up.
Sun hiding back behind some clouds once again.
Hopefully it stays back here.
Feels like you turn on the air conditioner.
Yeah. Ooh, about needed that.
Yes, sir.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Sanders matched up 1-on-1. Hunter still in the pistol, takes a snap. They'll run Scott left side. Scott over a linebacker. It's Delta State trying to go for the fumble. Scott still going and finally gets twisted down at the 20. 3rd down.
It's one I wish they would
that's one you
whistle a little sooner.
I think it looked like his full momentum had stopped about a good 4 seconds before that.
And I've said that high school games I've called this year, just don't want to see somebody get hurt as they're fighting for the football there. Can't blame a defender for trying to strip the ball out. An offensive man trying to keep his momentum going, but when it stops, they're supposed to blow it dead. Don't wait to see if they can regain momentum.
2 receivers to the left now for Hunter. Tristan Jackson now switching in on 3rd down. They'll give it to Jackson. He'll try and cut it up the middle. Jackson tackled from behind, a yard short of the 1st down. Decision time here on 4th down.
Each team given 1 timeout during this. That's only start the play clock, give you time to discuss what you're going to do.
Well, here comes Gravely trotting out. I thought Jackson got a little bit closer on that. It's a 4th down and 3 instead of what I thought was a 4th down and 1. But Gravely's out from the left hash from the 17-yard line, so a 34-yarder for Gravely. Had trouble from that left hash. Snap is down, kick is up, and Gravely puts it through. So North Greenville leads 30-27, and now Delta State. A touchdown wins it outright. Field goal sends us to double overtime.
Got to hold them here 3 plays, make them attempt that field goal. Don't let them get close to the end zone.
And now that the overtime gives Delta State the shorter field, it's going to be a heavy dose of Chris Robinson, and some more Chris Robinson. 33 rushes for 184 yards and a touchdown.
Young man's doing a tremendous job for him. That offensive line in front of him as well.
Well, time for the Statesmen to show what they got. 2 receivers right. Robinson is the tailback. They'll hand it to him, run him right side, and he's tackled behind the line. No gain on the play, 2nd down.
Seth Lauder in there as well as big number 88. Devin Turman, the Terminator.
Yeah, how about Turman switching to that defensive line? You said he wanted to hit people. He got his wish today.
Yeah, he said blocking wasn't enough. He wanted to hit people harder.
2 receivers now to the left. Robinson still in at tailback. Ruddick looks like he's going to run the option. Tries to keep it. Over to the left side. Gets down to the 22. 3rd down.
Yeah, we did a good job keeping everything boxed in over there and not letting him gain much yardage. Looks like one of his receivers coming up a little slow. Will not be coming back out.
And they send number 89, Cliff Fernandez. He had a big 1st down conversion catch for him in the 4th quarter. 3rd down for Delta State. 7 yards needed for the 1st down. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Ruddick in the gun. takes a snap, looks to pass, pump fakes, throws back to the left, screen setting up for Robinson. Robinson down to the 10, slips at the 9. They'll have the first down, and he was looking all the way for the touchdown. The turf monster got him, but Delta State first down and goal.
I think if he'd stayed outside, he would have took it in. He tried to cut it back to the inside. We had number 11 right there, Eddie Studevance, and he was unable to advance from that point after losing his footing.
Well, Delta State has 4 more chances to try and get it. They'll put Peterson now in at tailback behind Ruddick. Takes a snap, handoff Peterson. Up the middle, down to the 5. Stood up, whistle's blown. Pick up a 4, bring up second down.
We were a little out of position, didn't have defenders over there on the far side. Had 2 receivers, only 1 defender. Had 1 guy a little late coming across.
And another injured Statesman. Or another helmet came off. That's what it was.
It lost his lid.
One of the big linemen, Anthony Eastman, 310 pounds.
Wow.
How did he get his helmet knocked off? Second down for Delta State. Can smell the wind. 2 receivers right. Peterson to tailback. Ruddick takes the snap. Handoff Peterson up the middle for the goal line, and he got it.
He got in.
And that's it. Delta State wins it.
Great football game, but just not what we wanted here at North Greenville, but great effort, both teams.
33-30, Delta State wins it. A touchdown run there by Ladarian Peterson to give the win to the Statesmen. And this thing is settled in 1 overtime. So that will do it for Homecoming 2017 here at North Greenville. 1 game left for each team. Delta State keeps their playoff hopes alive. They will try and make their best case next week against Florida Tech. And North Greenville will try to finish the season 500 as they take to the road to Livingston, Alabama to take on West Alabama next Saturday, 2 p.m. kickoff there for North Greenville. So after this first game, it was pretty even for most of it. 24 first downs to 22. North Greenville wins that battle. Chris Robinson ran all over the place, but it was Ladarian Peterson that put it away for the Statesmen. Robinson with 184 of his team's 252 rush yards. North Greenville with 169. Ashton Hurd in his final game here at Young Stadium finishes 2 yards short of 100 with 98. Scott finished with 96. Will Hunter, 257 yards through the air and a pair of scores. Donnie Baker added the other 12 for a total of 269 pass yards. 438 yards of total offense for North Greenville. They come up short, 384 for Delta State.
Gray, I spotted Matthew Thomas out there. He was walking with 2 crutches. Threw one of them down so he could shake hands with the guys from Delta State. That right foot is wrapped heavily.
Trying to make sure he can go next week for West Alabama. He is an intricate part of this defense and is very well needed. He'll be well missed if he can't make it. The penalty category was the only lopsided one. 9 penalties against North Greenville for 86 yards, 3 penalties for 27 yards against Delta State. North Greenville turned it over once. Will Hunter threw an opening drive interception, but the Crusaders did a good job of keeping care of the ball after that. They did not turn it over anymore. Delta State fumbled it twice, but they lost 1. Christian Bruce, 7 receptions for 131 yards and a touchdown for North Greenville. The leading receiver for Delta State in yardage was actually Chris Robinson, 3 catches on 43 yards. Willis Chambers had the most targets, 8 receptions for 34 yards. Defensively, it was a big day for both teams. Brandon Berger finishes with 11 total tackles, a tackle for loss, 2 sacks for the Crusader defense. Studevance had 1, Turman had the other. Altogether, 5 tackle for losses for North Greenville. And oh boy, tell you how much Will Hunter spent on the ground today. There's 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tackles for a loss for Delta State, 3 sacks to boot. Tyrell Brown led the way defensively for Delta State, 9 tackles.
Delta State did a good job first quarter and fourth quarter establishing the line of scrimmage. Your line took over here in the fourth. They wanted that win, and they blew what they had to do to get the lead, force us to come downfield, get a field goal, go to overtime. Their defense held, made us kick the field goal, and then they stick it in the end zone.
Special teams today. Sean Barge on point, averaging 35.7 yards per kick. Foose, 37.4 yards per kick. Gravely, 3 of 4 on his field goal attempts, including the one to send us into overtime from 51. Gravely good from 48, 51, and 35 today, missing from 39. And that will just about do it for us here for the homecoming for North Greenville. Last home game for the season, and we'll have a 12-day break until November the 16th when we have our first basketball games back over at Hayes Gymnasium. Men's and women's basketball swinging back into action. So 12 days rest, plenty of time to make your plans to join us over back at Hayes for men's basketball, I believe it is, that evening. And if you can't make it, we're right here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So now time to announce our player of the game, whose player had the most impactful performance today in the win for Delta State. You got to look at Chris Robinson on his day.
Definitely offensively, what he was able to do.
34 carries.
Yeah, 34 carries. That's a lot of carries in a college football game.
Especially for a gentleman who is, well, now there goes the internet, so, okay. Who's Robinson listed at 196. No way he's 196. So let's just say an even 200.
Yes, sir.
That's 34 carries is a lot for a 200-pound gentleman.
It is. Did a great job at line. We were able to get in there, mess them up some in between, but beginning of the game they kind of tried to set tempo. End of the game they was able to just take over and do what they had to do.
So Chris Robinson for Delta State, your Moser Greer player of the game. His performance helped the Statesmen get the win today. So Delta State now has a 2-0 series record, and North Greenville, once they finally get fully integrated into the Gulf South, I'm sure this is going to be a pretty good rivalry for years to come after that playoff game and now this overtime game.
Yeah, just 7 points in 2 games, the difference. So good quality football.
And so that will do it here for us from Yount Stadium. Final home football game of the year. We only had 4, only had 10 games overall. So looking forward to a full 11-game slate and maybe one more football game.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, Dale, for coming back. Sure do appreciate that.
Hey, Gray, I enjoyed it. I always love coming up here to North Greenville. Love the campus, folks. If you're at home, you've got a young person getting ready to graduate high school, looking for a college home, this is the place to bring them. North Greenville's great campus. Definitely
a great campus and great athletic programs to boot. So, for myself, Gray Sullivan, for Dale Wilkerson on color, Jonathan Lewis, Elise Rimmer running camera today, Alan and Will Cahaley producing. This has been, for the final time for this 2017 season, from Yount Stadium, the North Greenville Sports Network. And also big thanks to the guys and gals back at the Vibe Studio for plugging us in over there. I think I got all the legal IDs. I'm sorry if I missed any. Y'all doing a good job over there. Keep up the good work. This has been the North Greenville Sports Network.